What's up, guys? Welcome back to another week. I have a couple things that I wanted to go over. First of all, I watched Remember the Titans the other day. I made my wife watch it. She's never seen it. For anyone that does not know what that is a Disney movie starring Denzel Washington and the actor who played Opie in Sons of Anarchy. And, a couple other people, but it's a movie about football and race, and it's a fucking incredible movie. It's been a minute since I watched it, bought it on Blu-ray, sat down and started watching it. My wife didn't understand. She was like, oh, it's a movie about football. I got no desire to watch it. And I was like, it ain't just about football, about way more than that. But the movie in general just is insane. Makes me want to run through a fucking wall. Who doesn't, right? If you played football and you watch that movie and you don't feel some type of way, then I don't believe that you were a fan of the game. But yeah, that movie was fucking awesome. You know what else I just watched the other day was Baby Driver. Baby Driver is with Miles Teller, fucking Kevin Spacey, Jamie Foxx, a fucking slew of people. John Hamm, the guy who plays fucking the Punisher and Shane, John Barenthal, I'm pretty sure his name is, but this fucking movie is awesome. It's like a performance. Okay, so there's like music in it, there's fucking dancing and shit, but it's kind of like the Italian Job mixed with Singing in the Rain mixed with like Mary Poppins, but it's fucking dope. If you haven't watched that, I suggest that as well. Another movie that I watched last night that I feel that I should let people know about is a movie called Logan Lucky. Logan Lucky is with Adam Driver, Channing Tatum, Daniel Craig, another fucking crazy cast of people, but I just feel that movie really wasn't like publicized that much because I don't remember seeing it in movie theaters. Like, I don't remember it being like a big name mainstream movie. I also don't have cable, so I'm not sure. But that movie's dope. It's like a bank robbery type movie, but set in like West Virginia, like redneck type shit. But I definitely thought that movie was awesome. I watched it for the second time last night with my wife, and we both were just like, damn, this is fucking awesome. But yeah, the movies are sick for sure. Check them out if you haven't. Some more big news. What we've all been waiting for. Topgolf is open. For people that don't know what Topgolf is like a driving range mixed with Dave & Buster's, kind of, very loosely. So it's basically you're at a bay, like a driving range, and the field in front of you has a bunch of different targets on it. They serve alcohol, they serve good food, the prices aren't too bad, but you go there and you could go for, they have different tiers of costs per hour depending on when you go, but you can go there with 6 people and just fucking golf and play games against each other all day, and just so much fun. I went twice this weekend. It opened on Friday, and I went twice on Saturday, once in the morning and once at night. Both times had a swell time. But all right, no long intro this week. It's already long enough. The special guest, the longest, this person that's on this week, I've known him longer than anyone else of anyone that's ever been on this podcast, besides my mother, obviously. His name is Bobby Buckets. He is, the Yinzer Playboy, all right, as Chef Matt would say. But he is someone who grew up in my hometown. He was older than me, so he's about 10 years older than me. But he was my wrestling coach in like 7th and 6th grade, 7th and 8th grade, whichever one. But this fucking guy was like, like the young, like assistant coach. And, I probably haven't seen him since wrestling up until like, 4 or 5 years ago, whenever I went into his store and I was like, holy shit, I remember you. You'll hear about all this on the podcast. But yeah, I've known this dude for probably 20 years now. maybe not 20, maybe 15, but he's just a wild. He's just a. I mean, you'll hear from the podcast, but like, he's just a dude that just loves doing shit, traveling all the time, all kinds of like activities. He has so many stories. He's into fucking cars. He's into like a lot of the same shit that I am. And I just thought it was pretty cool that like I knew this dude back whenever I was in middle school. He was an authority figure. You know, like we were all intimidated by him because he was like a fucking, you know, like the older kid that was our coach. So like, you know, fucking tattoos and everything like that. He was just he was a cool dude. And I thought it was pretty cool that I got to sit down and talk with him again. I was excited about it. Me and him know a lot of the same people. He's well known in the city. I feel a lot of people are going to enjoy our conversation. We talk about so much shit. So I hope you enjoy it. Without further ado, episode 29 of I'll Call You Right Back podcast with Bobby Buckets.
Telephone.
Hello?
Telephone.
I'll call you right back. Call you right back.
Telephone.
I'll Call You Right Back podcast. And this little fucking box does it all, dude. Why don't you have your own podcast?
I don't know. I don't get into stuff like that. I don't know.
What do you mean? You don't even have to get in.
I
There
know,
isn't
I'm just
anything to get in.
There's nothing to get into. I know. I mean, for the amount of people that come to my house, I probably should and just
You
have to
probably
sit
should.
down and be like, "Yo, just talking to this mic."
I do long ass podcasts just because like I feel that it's like I never have more than one person on at a time because like it's super distracting.
Yeah, when there's like 5 people.
Yeah, I mean, even if there's 2 people, it's like I'll ask you like, oh, like where'd you grow up, and then you go off and you tell me about like where you grow up, and then I have to go, so where did you grow? Like I don't have to, but like if I want to know where that dude grows up, you forget what the other guy said before you get back to him.
Yeah.
So it's fucking distracting.
Yeah, exactly.
I just had to like stop and ahead of time though, but I don't know, dude. So you got lemonade.
I got lemonade.
Yeah. You like lemonade?
I like lemonade. I do.
I'm not a lemonade guy.
Why not?
I don't know. There's a new ginger ale lemonade. It's fire. But I do this like bit in the beginning.
Yeah.
What's in the cup?
It's called What's in the Cup. And it's just I feel that it's an easy way to like get the ball rolling. You know, people talk about it like some people grab like, you know, like people will grab Turners, and I go like, why do you get Turners? And everyone's like, dude, and like it'll throw off like some like ball. Yeah. It's just a way to make people comfortable because no one's ever comfortable just like talking on a fucking microphone. It's very, very weird and bizarre.
Yeah.
But so how old are you?
I just turned 38, June 1st.
You're 38?
Mm-hmm.
So what year did you graduate? Because
I graduated in 1998.
Okay. So I think that this interview is going to be a little bit, I mean, you're probably the person who's been a guest on here that I've known longest out of anyone.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, besides from my fucking mom.
You interviewed your mom?
I interviewed my mom for Mother's Day. My mother is a badass bitch. She fucking kills it. She's like a vice president of PNC.
Oh, yeah?
So she fucking got in as an accountant and worked her way all the way up.
Yeah.
So it's like I grew up with that corporate side from her, and then my dad is like a fucking typical, you know, wrenching, you know, building shit in the garage.
He had a couple cars or trucks.
Yeah, dude, he has a '63 Ford Falcon. Nice. Like we had a '85 lowrider.
Yeah,
like,
I remember that one.
That great truck. Yeah. I think we still have it. It's just
you?
like in the back. That's gonna be my project whenever I like.
You had that for a while though, right?
That was my first ride.
Yeah, Bryson.
I had that whenever I was 16.
Yeah.
He bought that, you know, Big Tony's tattoo shop.
Yeah.
He bought that off of Big Tony.
That's funny.
That truck was fucking dope.
Yeah.
Bench seat and everything. And it was just like had that small block in it. So it was a perfect ride. The only thing that sucked is it was fucking in the period of time whenever it was like $4 a gallon for gas. I'd be running out of fucking gas on the way to school.
Yep.
Have to call my dad at like 6:30, like, yo, bring me a gas tank. He'd be fucking pissed.
For sure.
But
I'd be pissed too.
I'd be so mad.
There's no last kid with no gas in his damn rat.
Right, dude. And it's like now that we're getting older, I like think of the shit that my dad used to get pissed about, and I'm like, you know, like, you had a right to get pissed.
Yeah.
You definitely had a right to be pissed because I was just dumb about it.
Yeah.
But
you learn, you figure it out.
You learn, and that's what it is. That's what he says. He's like, you know what? Like, I yell at you whenever you were younger for a reason, and it seems like a lot of it's stuck.
Yeah.
So I'm happy with it. He seems to be happy with what I do.
Oh, yeah.
But I've known you for a long time, probably since 7th grade.
Yeah, probably when I started coaching when I was 18 or 19, so...
Yeah, so you were my
38 now.
You were my
so
wrestling
20
coach.
years-ish?
Yeah, 20 years is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
So you were my wrestling coach in middle school, which is hilarious because I mean, after wrestling, I stopped wrestling in 9th grade. After that, I mean, I probably never seen you again.
Yeah.
And then I seen you again at Blasphome.
Yeah.
I didn't even know you owned it, and like I walked in and I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
I remember who you are.
Hell yeah.
So your name is Bobby Buckets.
Yes.
But I know you from something different. Why do people call you Bobby Buckets?
I got many of a nickname. That's how I can tell how long I've known people, actually.
Oh, yeah? By what name they...
About what they call me.
Do people know that your real name?
Yeah.
They know your name is Bo?
Yeah. That's how I know. Like if you call me Bo, I've probably known you for 20 plus years.
Yeah, because that's obviously how I didn't know you as Bobby Buckets. So like people would fucking say that name, I'd be like, nah, yeah, it's...
So we all, there's a group of us between 10 to 14 of us to go on a ski trip every year. We go like different places. We go like just rent a mansion, do whatever, and for a week and just find a good place to snowboard.
Yeah.
So in Winter Park, there's not really much to do, but there's like a strip like in every like ski town, and there's a place called Buckets.
Oh yeah.
Buckets was an arcade, a laundromat, and a bar in one building.
All in one thing.
All in one building. So
where's Winter Park at?
Colorado.
Like where at though?
Like between it's like down like route like.
Is it around Denver?
Hour and a half-ish out.
I only went... I mean, I don't know too much about it. I only went out there for the first time.
So it's probably 2 hours out of Denver.
So you guys would just go out there and fucking like go wherever and go skiing. And
but it's like a fucking... It's like it's crazy because like there's usually 6 to 8 of us to fly out of Pittsburgh, 3 to 4 fly out of Philly. Yeah. We have people in Colorado already. Where else to come from?
That's dope though.
Yeah, but then so we all so pretty much we all decide where to go, and we're like, all right, we're gonna check this out. This looks cool. Yeah. And then we'll book plane tickets, and then we'll start like finding houses. But like it's like a huge catastrophe because we gotta like go through really like 3 or 4 of us make major decisions. So we're like, all right, what do you guys think about these houses? Because like if we ask like 13 people, it's like. It's fucking stupid.
Yeah, because like you can't like please everyone.
Exactly.
It's just like it's one person starts orchestrating, and you're just like, yeah, fuck it, that looks good.
Yeah, exactly. And the people like do pick we're like we don't pick no like slouchy shit. Like it's mandatory. It has to have a hot tub. It's like mandatory. It has to have like so many rooms. Like
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. The place we stayed at was last year or was the year before? 2 years ago. Crested Butte, so it was like they were having like it was a Maserati or someone was having like an event up there. Oh yeah. And so like they were trying to rent a house out, and like we convinced these like a real estate person like not to like rent them to them, rent them to us.
That's dope.
But it was like a $2-point-something million house.
Yeah, I mean that's the way to do it though. Yeah. Like why rent some like whenever I got married, we fucking rented this big ass house in Somerset that was like, you know, we had like 28 people there, had pool table and shit, big ass fire ring, and like. Why not, dude?
Yeah,
if everyone's pitching together, it's not even expensive.
If you have 12 people, there's enough bedrooms. Like we make sure we get like 8 to 10 bedrooms.
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
You know, some have double beds, some or whatever.
Do you always go to Colorado, or you go to other places?
We got other places too. We just went to Canada this year. Not the whole group, just like few of us. 6 of us.
Did I see a picture of you jumping out of a helicopter?
Yeah.
You do that?
Yeah. This is the second year. We did there's a place called Silverton, Colorado. We did a helicopter thing there, and then this year we went to RK Heliski.
RK Heliski.
Yeah, that's the one in. It was in.
You've been
Banff.
snowboarding for a minute?
Yeah, for a little bit. It's probably since how long as I've known you.
How crazy is it jumping out of a helicopter?
So you like you don't really like strap in and jump out.
Yeah.
They like land you on some sketchy ass mountain,
Yeah.
little like peak, and they're like, "All right, get out," and like you just foul out. So last year was a sketchier one because it was a 5-person helicopter. The one I took this year was a 10-person.
Oh, really?
But the 5 one was, so there was like the driver, the tour dude, and then us and the 4 in the back.
Yeah.
And like you just like, 4 in the back, and it was like super sketchy. It's like the dude would just like land like the one time he landed, like shit started sliding backwards. He had to like lift it up and like set it back down.
Fuck
And
that.
then like they get it all steady, and they're like, all right, get out. And they like, so when it lands, you like jump out, get to the side, and like duck down. Everybody jumps out, and then your tour guide, there's like a bin on the side with all your equipment.
Oh, okay.
So he starts like throwing out boards like, catch us, and you have to like hold your stuff down, and like when everybody's ready and clear, like do give them the signal and right up in the air.
That's fucking insane.
It's pretty hard.
How
Yeah.
long does it take you to get from the top to the bottom?
See, like you never really go to the top, kind of really.
Yeah, like
They take you different spots, like line up because
okay.
they do like so many tours. Like I think they had like 5 or 6 tours going on. So like they drop people off at different locations to space it out.
That
so
makes
like
sense.
we'll drop this group here, and then we'll like when they're done here, we can drop them. Like they have it like mapped out, so we're like nobody's running into you. There's like everybody, like most of the time you have a clear like.
that's fucked up.
It's cool. The craziest shit. We were like in the middle of a mountain, and I'm fucking bad. My GoPro died, but my other boy got it on his.
Yeah.
And it was like 5 of us chilling, and like we seen a helicopter at the bottom of the mountain, and it's like started coming up like to drop more people off, and it like right over top us, probably like 100 yards. It was like whoo, 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 whoo. I felt like some
Holy
Rambo shit.
Yeah.
It was cool.
Like Platoon.
It felt like a video game because it was like over the top of our heads. Like whoa.
That's insane.
Yeah.
I'm terrified of flying. Like I
Yeah.
fucking hate it. Do you have a problem with it at all?
Not really.
No.
Helicopter's pretty sketchy, but
That's
like,
what everyone says.
But just because it moves funny, because like
Yeah.
it's like it just like when you move it, it just like
You say you could like feel
Yeah.
the gusts of wind and shit
Yeah.
like that. Like I would lose my mind.
yeah,
The
it's
only-
not too bad.
The only time I ever like fucking sedated myself was whenever I went to Colorado or California. It's
Yeah.
like I don't know, dude. I just start freaking out. If there's any turbulence at all, I just get fucking sketched out. Planes are just weird to me.
Yeah.
They just
Hey,
fall out of the sky.
But most of the time we're on in helicopters, like the trips are definitely like medicated. Like we take care of something in the morning. And
Yeah. I
you know,
bet. I bet. I mean, like,
Yeah,
that's that. So
it definitely takes the edge off a little bit.
out there, like, how do you know the elevation up there that you were at? Like
This year,
Yeah.
I-
Like,
I-
does it
I-
affect you at all? Like being up there, like, can you tell a difference? Because whenever I was in Colorado, like,
last year we were at 13.9.
oh yeah, see,
it was
we were at
fucking
10.
high. Like we were overlooking Telluride from like where the mountain we were at.
That's dope.
Like it was like we got to the top of that and we're just overlooking other mountains.
My boy
Like, shit
lives
was
in
tall.
He lives in Telluride, right
Nice.
on the edge of the woods.
Yeah.
And he was telling me
So we were at Silverton, which is kind of connected to Telluride.
See, I mean, like, I don't know too much about it, but like, whenever I was in Colorado, he traveled over from Telluride and came up here, and he was like telling me about what he does. He's like an editor of a fucking paper up there.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, he's like the head editor of Telluride newspaper.
That's
and like
pretty cool.
Telluride is like there's no crime there or anything really, and he was telling me about like the store. Like I asked him, I was like, if something crazy happens, like, is it a big deal? And he was like, oh yeah, there ain't shit that ever
There ain't
goes
shit
on.
going on, yeah.
So he said that Telluride though, I mean, he was telling me, like, I asked him, I was like, if something crazy happens out there, like, how big of a deal is it? Because he runs the whole fucking paper out there, and he was saying that what he was working on at that time, there was these Haitians that lived in the middle of this like fucking like 100-acre farm
Yeah.
in these old abandoned cars, and they fucking they killed their kids.
What?
Because like whenever the lunar eclipse was
Yeah.
happening, they thought that they were like gonna use some like Haitian like voodoo and like change and like alter and like go travel up to the moon or some shit.
Yeah.
And they thought the kids were like bad spirits, so they just like left them in these cars and like
What?
fucking like, dude, it was crazy whenever he was telling me this. It fucking blew my
That makes
mind.
sense.
Right? And he was like, imagine not anything
Yeah.
happening ever and then that.
Yeah, because like he's like
I mean, it's just a small town that nothing.
Yeah.
He said there's no crime there whatsoever.
Yeah. So like me and like 13 people just like me went there, and people were like, "What the fuck?"
I bet.
Like,
it would probably be incredible out there.
yeah,
though. Like,
it's awesome. It was pretty cool.
And so, what's have you been out of the country?
Yeah,
I
I just went to this past year. I went to Cuba, and I did like a Europe tour. I went to Italy, France,
So you travel
Amsterdam, Prague.
I know you travel everywhere.
Where else? I think that's it.
How long were you going?
So I went to Cuba for like like 7 or 8 or 9 days. It was fucking pretty cool.
Was it?
Yeah.
Well, what did
So like,
you even do down
it was
there?
just pretty crazy. It's like it's not that like. It took me less time to get to Cuba than it did to get to Denver.
Really?
Yeah. So you fly to Fort Lauderdale. You sign your customs papers, go on a plane right to Cuba.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Was it like were you staying at like a resort or some shit?
Nope.
So you were just moseying
like
around.
Airbnb, but it was called like a homestay.
That's fucking
thing.
dope.
Yeah. So like we stayed by the Malecon, which is like this like long like wall like boardwalk on like the edge of the water.
Really?
There's like signs. There's like 90 miles to like America. Has like signs.
That's
It's funny.
crazy.
Yeah.
That's dope though. I've never really
Yeah.
traveled anywhere cool. I want to go to Europe though. Like that's
Europe
where
is cool.
I'm trying to go. There.
I flew into Rome, went to Florence, hung out in Florence for like a night or two. Fucking, it was pretty cool.
Now, were you like minimalist type shit out there, like with a backpack, like backpacking around, or were you like living nicely
No.
out there?
So like mostly when I travel, I don't travel. I travel light.
Yeah.
I have a Patagonia like 60-liter black hole bag.
Yep.
And like I have like another couple bags that like I could fit stuff into, but I just pack what I need, and
So you're not real high maintenance.
nah.
That's good.
I mean, for like what do you need? I need like a couple pairs of shoes, which like I wear one and pack two away. So
Now, were you trying to go to like different like to see different sites and shit, like the popular shit to see out there, like Eiffel Tower, shit like that?
We just went and chilled. Like
Yeah.
we pretty much like I mean, we just did what we wanted. Like that's a cool thing. So we did like the homestay and like Airbnb, like every time we stayed at,
Yeah.
or like sometimes it's like a hostel or something, which was
What was that like?
it was pretty cool. I mean, it was like a hotel hostel type
Oh,
thing.
okay.
It's like it's a bedroom, not like a
My buddy studied
Sleep.
abroad in Spain, and he
Yeah.
said that he was in a big hostel with like
like
a bunch of
couple
people.
people and that shit. Yeah.
And like some people get sketched out about that, and I mean,
Yeah.
like I guess it could be weird, but he said
Yeah.
it was fucking awesome because
pretty
like you
cool.
meet so many
yeah, you
different
meet
people.
a bunch of people. Yeah.
And I mean,
So
like
we did that at a couple places. So like like some places we just like wild out. Some places we just kind of kept it chill.
yeah.
Like
What was your favorite over there?
we Amsterdam was pretty cool. Not because like the whole Amsterdam thing, but like so that we stayed 2 nights on like a 40-foot boat, which was awesome. So like we woke
On a
up.
boat in Amsterdam.
Yeah, so we woke up like on the canal and shit. Like it was sick, and like the boat was like laid out. So like,
That's fucking
You
dope.
walk in, there was a kitchen. You like walk back, there was 2 bedrooms, one like in the back, one underneath, bathroom, shower, everything.
So it's like a legit
Yeah.
spot.
Yeah,
Man,
and, like,
that's
the,
wild.
And like the dude was cool as hell. So the dude owned a bicycle shop in town, so he had bikes for us to rent, which we did that and like rode around.
Oh, that'd
and
be
he was
cool.
and he was in like the old Harleys. So like it was cool walking in. He had like a shed full of like
yeah.
some like 1970s, 80s Harleys. I'm like, oh man, like rebuild them and shit himself.
Yeah, that's dope that it's like a good experience.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure that people have fucked up experiences and everything.
Yeah.
Tom and Kaylee just went to all over the fucking
Yeah.
place for a few weeks,
Yeah.
and they came back with all kinds of stories. So I'm
Yeah.
trying to get him on here soon enough.
Hell
Tom.
yeah, Tommy G.
It'll
for
be
sure.
a good one.
Hell yeah.
Whenever you go over there, like, are you pretty like open to like trying all different kinds of food and shit? Like that's probably would be like one of my favorite parts about it all over
I mean,
there.
like it is for sure. Like
Yeah.
I kind of know what I like, and I kind of see like what's in what.
Are you a
'Cause,
picky
like,
eater?
'cause I'm a very picky eater,
Really? What
Yeah.
don't you like? What kind of shit don't you like?
bro. Nothing seafood. Nothing from the.
You don't
sea,
eat seafood?
Nothing from the water. No, nothing. No fish. No lobster. No shrimp.
But before we
no
even got on
crab.
here, I was like, yeah, dude, I had bone marrow at Streets the other day. I was like, you ever have it? He was like, yeah, it's good. And he's like, I won't have no shrimp, no crab.
Yeah.
What don't you like about it? Texture.
Texture, smell. Can't do it.
Yeah. And you always been like that?
Yep.
That's interesting.
And then
I fuck with oysters, dude.
yeah, and any like mayonnaise, sour cream, any like white dressing
Like
freaks
ranch
me
and
out.
shit.
Yeah, anything white dressing freaks me out. I can't do it.
Well, I mean,
Cucumber
like,
sauce.
what's your
anything.
favorite food? Like, what kind of shit do you like?
So
You a bar type food? A bar
No,
guy
hell
type
no.
food?
I eat a lot of chicken, steak,
Yeah.
pork. I eat some duck.
See, out there would be
Um,
dope. I feel like but I feel like it would be difficult. Was it difficult for you to like get around places, or is it pretty like Americanized, like friendly over there, where they have like the English?
I mean,
like,
I told you that
signs
most of
and
the money
everything?
we spent was on like taxis and shit like that.
Yeah,
Just from getting place to place.
yeah. But I mean, like, are you able to like see shit out there? Are you like trying to ask people where to go? Or are you like able to like what I'm asking is like, is there like is there like English on signs out there and everything?
Yes.
Okay.
Either that or like some like you just like
Yeah.
people that like.
You have
Oh,
any
it's-
bad experiences traveling?
Uh,
Like nothing too crazy.
not too crazy.
That's cool though.
I mean, Cuba, we almost got on the wrong flight. We almost went to New York, but that wouldn't have been a bad thing.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been a big deal.
Yeah.
Uh,
So we're in line. So first, we brought our skateboards to Cuba, which was an awesome idea because we fucking skateboarded everywhere. Like
Oh,
we were all
man.
over the motherfucking place. And then the rest of the time we were taking like old ass cars. It was pretty cool because so we stayed on like a second floor. There was a balcony and shit. Like every morning you wake up, there's like a little like thing there.
Yeah.
And so like I said, like the Malecon was like the big long like boardwalk thing where everybody hangs out and chills like at night. It's pretty cool.
That's a good idea with the skateboards, though.
Yeah, dude,
Probably save
we
fucking
skated
money.
everywhere.
Whenever we went to,
But it was cool because like on that because like we were hitting side streets, like we were stopping.
yeah,
at,
it
like,
was probably just like fun,
Yeah.
regardless of just like traveling around. When we went to Colorado, or not Colorado, but California, it was like $35 for one taxi to go down,
Yep.
and it was only like I think a mile and a half away. So we all just went and bought skateboards and just went
Yeah.
back and forth. It was just way cheaper.
yeah, fuck yeah.
Okay,
Definitely.
so to go back before you started like getting all this travel bug and shit like that, I'm very curious to know what you were like in high school. Like you went to Elizabeth Forward, right?
I did attend Elizabeth Forward High School.
The prestigious alumni. Now, like, what were you like in high school? Because I mean, like, now for people who don't know, you're pretty well known as throughout the city. I feel like you probably know, like, I mean, six degrees of separation. Someone's gonna know who you are.
Yeah, probably
So
less than that.
were you like a quiet kid in high school? Were you
A little bit quiet, a little bit.
Yeah?
I definitely knew a lot of people in high school too. Like I wasn't like I definitely hung out with like different groups.
yeah,
of
different
people.
groups of people?
So it's like I'm still like that.
I was probably you were very intimidating because you were like the older kid. You know, you're like 10 years older than me, so like you were our fucking wrestling coach, bossing us around, yelling at us and shit.
That
So,
shit was the craziest to me because like
I want to know how
First
you
off,
even got that job.
yeah, I'm saying the same thing. Who gave me that power? First of all,
Sherm, Sherm.
yeah, sure. The Sherm's like this. Like he's like, you trying to coach? I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, whatever.
You wrestled though,
Yeah,
like
I wrestled since I was like 8 or 10.
Oh, the whole time, all the way up.
Yeah,
You're pretty nice.
I coached wrestling. I wrestled. I coached wrestling. I'd like ref some stuff.
Yeah, and you were pretty into it. Like, what made you get into that?
Mom kind of got me into it because I just used to fight in my neighborhood.
Oh yeah,
So,
good old Blaine Hill.
yeah, and then like we used to go to Elizabeth and like all kind of shit.
Yeah.
Like where we can get to.
You had other people in your family that wrestled, or were you like the first one that just kind of went in there?
I'm an only child.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
My cousins played football. They were obviously bigger than me,
yeah.
and
Because wrestling is like, I don't know, like I wasn't like that's not like the usual like sport that someone like gets into. I feel like you gotta like no one in my family really wrestled too
Yeah.
much. Like my
I
cousin
said,
wrestled.
I had a lot of energy, and I would get in the fights. So
Yeah.
I was like, "Here, let's try wrestling." Because like, and I used to love WWF, like Hulk Hogan, fucking
Yeah, and
Andre Giant.
you picked up on it pretty quick though.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I mean, it was like
It was intense.
I was definitely like a ADD hyper kid. So like,
Yeah,
I would here like wrestle around for like
yeah.
10 minutes.
Expel all of your energy
Yeah,
so you
exactly.
could fucking go to
Come
sleep.
home and go to sleep.
Yeah.
Type shit.
Wrestling was like super. Like I didn't know anything whenever I was like getting into it. I started wrestling because Kenny wrestled.
Yeah.
Kenny, best friend. So like whenever he was at practice and shit, I was like, fuck it, I'll wrestle.
Yeah.
And like it was such a bizarre. Like it was bizarre because like in middle school and shit, like not everyone is like rushing to like like go wrestle around with dudes and
Yeah.
everything. But
Yeah.
like whenever you think of wrestling, you think like the fake shit.
Yeah.
But it was a cool like I wish that I had the mindset I do now back then, because like now, like I'm a fucking, I watch all like, you know, the UFC shit. Like I'm a big fan of it. Like I'm just like a fan. And if I was more of a fan in high school or middle school and shit, I feel like I would have did better. My first match though, I got destroyed by Keystone Oaks heavyweight. He fucking, I swear to God, I remember it. Esper came out to me and he said, Jeff Esper came out to me, he said, listen, he goes, this guy went to States last year, you're definitely not going to win, just go out there and just like, try to remember your technique. Yeah. And I fucking went out there and this dude hip tossed me so crazy and I got pinned. Oh, you probably did. It was just a fucking mess out there. I never won a match, but it was just like, I was in it. I enjoyed it.
But you learn shit though.
Yeah, you do learn shit
like,
though.
Even like, for me, like traveling out of like country and shit, like if someone comes up to me and like whatever, like I know I'm not gonna be like fucking here's my wallet, I'm gonna fucking try to like scrap at you and do some shit like
right?
that. Fuck me now, son. Like,
and that definitely helps a little bit. Like you start to learn how to fucking like
it helps everything, like balance, like you know it's like for me like a lot of that shit, like balance and just like
coordination
and shit.
Do you think that wrestling was like? Did you play any other sports?
Yeah.
What else did you play?
Baseball, soccer, cross country.
Now, out of
track stuff,
out of everything, was wrestling the hardest conditioning?
Yeah, for sure.
Because
most times I was wearing plastic bags and trying to sweat.
Yeah, and like cut weight and shit.
And so for like there's a group of us that like wrestled and did cross country because cross country was before wrestling.
Yeah.
So like that would get us in shape a little bit, just like running and shit. And whenever we were there, I think we went to the States for cross country.
Really?
A bunch of fucking wrestlers.
That's dope, though.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I don't know. It's interesting.
Yeah, but that was our conditioning because like once wrestling came, Sherm would just fucking beat, and Esper would just beat our ass. Like,
yeah, and it was just a strip
steps.
matters. Yeah, strip matters.
Everything.
Steps. I remember my first wrestling
steps
practice.
Was the worst.
I went with Kenny. Kenny's mom drove me there with him.
Yeah.
And she was like, or Kenny was like, I just remember being so fucking scared to be like, because it was conditioning before wrestling started. And Kenny was like, oh, yeah, it's going to suck probably. So, like, immediately, Sherm has us, like, running up the high school steps all the way down the hallway, all the way back down. And we probably ran for a fucking hour. And, you know, I've been fat my entire life. Like, that shit is crazy. Yeah, and then learning what a strip matter was.
Yep.
So, strip matter, if I remember correctly, was a bear crawl down.
Yep.
Was it bear crawl back? Then what was the other one? Tumble down, tumble back, and then crab walk down and crab walk back?
Crab walk or like
something or backwards.
The back. Yeah, there was all kinds.
Dude, it was
most
fucked
time we
up.
just made shit up. Like, all right, this is what we're gonna do.
Yeah,
which was pretty funny to me at the end. It was like I went through it and then I had to like make people do it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh man, I'm like, those assholes were just making me do all kind of shit because I'd do the same thing. I'm like, all right, do this
exactly.
Now. Do that. Like,
that's what I was gonna ask you. Like, what's your mindset? So after you like you're through high school and shit like that, and you become a coach for our wrestling team, like what is like your mindset with that? Like you fucking went through all of it recently and now you have the power.
Like a year before.
Yeah, like that's what I mean. Like, so you have all the power. Like, were you like, fuck these kids, they're gonna get some shit, they're gonna get they're gonna have to go through it?
Kind of, not really.
No, you definitely were like that to us. You were crazy.
I definitely don't like losing and shit like that. Like, he's like whenever, cause that was my thing. It's like whenever like a year before, when they're in school, we would just go to school, other schools, and be like, we're gonna beat these dudes' asses.
Yeah.
Fuck that. And like, I kind of like point where like I don't want to walk into school and be like, he's got our ass beat. Because
like,
most of those dudes I knew, because most of them dudes I wrestled with, because just from being around, like a lot of the coaches are, you know, they've been around for a minute, so you see them places.
Yeah,
and like
that's a good point.
And like I've been to a couple, you know, I'd like tournaments, everything else. So
how many years did you coach for?
4 or 5.
Yeah, because it was a minute, and I remember that they made you wear long sleeve shirts because you had bad tattoos.
Yeah, yeah. I definitely had to wear long sleeve shirts for my tattoos, and I got like suspended a couple times for some like this funny shit. Like,
I mean, I couldn't even imagine. When did you start getting tattoos? Like if you were wrestling,
like 18-ish.
Oh yeah, right around there.
Yeah, 18.
Because like
17, 18.
You were probably the first person I knew that was like still a little bit younger that like started like getting like a lot of tattoos. Because like I remember it was just like like no one else from like middle school that we would come in contact with had fucking sleeves and tattoos and shit. So it's just like
exactly.
this dude's like intimidating as fuck. But wrestling was I'm glad that I did that in life. I wish I would have did it a little bit longer.
No, it definitely helps you. Definitely like on shit I do now, like because like it helps you, like makes you like want to like do something, like not stop. Like for me, like once I start something, I'm like, all right, I gotta like I'm just gonna do it till I finish it.
Yeah, but you just want to, if you're going to do it, you want to do it right.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I would have never played football if I knew what I knew now. I'd have probably golfed. You golf at all?
Yeah. I do occasionally.
Yeah.
Either golf or poker. That's what I tell my fucking young people.
Golf or poker?
Fuck yeah.
Fuck golf, golf or poker. Fuck football, golf or poker.
I mean, like, you can make, if you're good, you can make a lot of money.
Or you could piss away your life.
Yeah.
You could do that. You gamble then? I
do not gamble. I lived in Vegas for a year or so and didn't really gamble. I gambled a couple of times to get free drinks, but that's about it.
So you just like playing poker to play it?
I don't play poker. I tell
you just tell people to play poker.
No, I'm saying like my young, like it's like I have a lot of friends that have kids.
Yeah.
I'm like yeah, like
start reading books.
Start doing learn how to play blackjack.
Yeah, like flip up cards like at 21.
Learn how to do shit. See how much you're winning right there? Because it's funny because like I lived in Vegas, and like my neighbor I would see, dude never worked. He didn't have a job, so he'd wake up in the morning, go to play some online poker.
Yeah.
Go to the pool, hang out at the pool for like a couple hours, go home, play online poker, do what the fuck he had to do that day, and then like midnight one-ish go to the casino with like
and play there.
A couple like 5,000. If he got down to 2, he'd go home.
Yeah.
If he started winning more, he'd fucking have a certain amount and just go home after that.
That's crazy.
So like
I enjoy it.
Yeah,
I enjoy gambling.
But it's crazy because like he was just like, for me like I don't gamble. I'm not into that shit. So
yeah.
But I wish like if I know how to do it like that. Because even right now, like I have a boy that works at the casino in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
He said like just this past week they were having a shitty night. Some dude came in it was like a sport game. Came in the high roller section, dropped down like 10 racks on the table, and started playing some shit. He played for like an hour and a half, and ended up walking out with like 80,000.
Dude, I mean, like, if you have a lot of money, you can win a lot of money back. So, like, we were down there.
But for him, it's like, so, like, it's like whoever, like, so if you win a lot and the dude, like, tips whoever, it goes in, like, a big, like, the tips go, like around.
They all go together.
Yeah, so he's like, it was a shitty night, but some dude dropped, like, $5 grand on tips, so ended up being pretty good for everybody.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
When we were down there, I was watching, like, I always played craps. I enjoy that, but like I started watching this dude play roulette because like all these people were fucking surrounded and like yelling and shit. So
my
you're like,
boys on roulette all.
You're like, what the fuck is going on over there? And this dude was throwing $1,000 on black, just over and over again, and he lost like 3 times in a row.
That sounds like my lawyer.
Oh,
he sits at the roulette table with a vodka and cranberry, or sometimes he's froggy. He's on that quad vod.
Quad vod? Vodka water, hold the vodka. Or hold the water.
4 shots of vodka. Yeah. And it's like a dash of cranberry.
Dude, I feel like that's dangerous business.
He bets on colors and like odds and even.
Yeah, like
and he'll sit there for an hour and do it.
I'll play on the outside or like sometimes I'll play in the field, but like I don't get how people could be drunk and playing. Like I mean like I guess I feel that way because like I'm not really drunk, but like if it's like a second nature thing, like you drink a lot, you'd be fine.
Yeah,
probably helps you out a little bit more.
Yeah, I mean like for me, like if I have a couple of drinks, I play pool or darts. I'm pretty good.
Yeah, like
not good, but
I enjoy it.
Think some shit, but I don't like gambling. I never got
pool is my shit though. Yeah? I was heavy into pool. Like Cross Creek and Elizabeth.
Hell yeah,
we had a pool league going there, and we were playing like probably 2-3 times a week for like 3 years, and we would just go down there and fucking like run our own league, and it was fun. I enjoyed.
I think I've seen you down there once or twice.
Yeah, probably that terrible. It sucks now.
Yeah,
it's all fucked up now. How long did you live in?
Cisco's in it now.
Do they?
Yeah, droopy.
I don't even fucking. Yeah. I'm out of there, so I don't even go back.
Yeah,
I'll go back and I'll hit Frosty Cone once a year. I'll hit DeCarlo's once a year, and then that's it.
Frosty Cone's been there forever.
Forever.
It was funny. So like whenever we were younger. So my neighbor worked there as her first job, and me and my boy Dougie, we were probably like young as fuck. So she's probably 14 or 15.
Yeah,
we were probably like 12. We would ride our bikes from Oak Hill down here with like sacks of change, like pennies and nickels, and be like, "We want a large."
Dude, I used to pillage my dad's. Like he had this pop bottle that was cut off.
Yeah,
and
mine
it was,
too, yeah.
He had all
Was it a
silver
plastic
in
one?
one.
Was
Yeah,
it
plastic
a big
pop
plastic
bottle.
one, like
He had one that had all silver in it,
Yeah.
and then he had one that was just pennies.
Yeah.
And like all the trash. So like I would go there and I would just fucking take a couple handfuls.
My dad had them same ones, and my hand was almost small enough to fit
Yeah,
in. Get
dude.
it? He'd be
And
like, "Where's all my change?"
Then a
going?"
couple years later, you're like, "All right, no more quarters in
Yeah.
here at all."
Just pick through them all. Pick
Man,
through all that
Frosty
shit.
Ken though, that's heat. That's heat. That's a good place to
Damn
go.
straight it is.
I wanted to ask you. So when did you what did you do after wrestling? Like after you were a coach, like what was your plan and shit like that? Like, did you
Well,
have a plan?
I kind of had a plan to go to college, and then I ended up going.
Did you want to go to college?
Yeah, well, I had some stuff lined up, but I never really acted on it.
What did you
And
want to do?
I was actually gonna go for do robotic stuff.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, like shit like that, which I should have done because I could have made thousands of dollars in
Fucking-
drone shit.
yeah. For
I found this
sure.
place in Michigan that was like specialized in that, but I ended up going to CCAC for 2 years and getting like a business thing, degree
Yeah.
and whatever, just to transfer over. And I never transferred.
Yeah.
And then I got a job and started working,
Mhm.
and I was making decent money. So I'm like, well, I guess I don't got to go back to school. So I'm making decent money.
Yeah.
And then they laid me off. So they laid me off, and they would pay for 2 years of school.
Yeah.
So I went to heating and air conditioning school.
Oh really?
So I did heating and air conditioning,
didn't know
got
that.
HVAC certified, and started doing that.
How did you like that?
It was cool. I liked it first, man, because like everybody needs that shit done, so it's like good money.
Yeah.
And like I don't mind, like I'm like mechanical, so
Yeah.
it
You.
just like doesn't bother me.
That would be.
I still do. Like my buddy has a company, and I'd help him out.
That's what's up though.
Yeah.
I was never really like, like I'm not like super like I'm not like a wrencher. Like
Yeah.
my dad was a fucking like master mechanic, so like anytime my shit would break, instead of me doing it, being forced to do it, and like trying to like work my way through it, he would fucking fix it,
Yeah.
lickety split, and then
Yeah.
I wouldn't have to worry about it. But like
Yeah.
now, later in life, like I don't fucking
Hell
like,
no, yeah.
like I know how to do the basic shit. I
Yeah.
change my brakes and all that shit, but like I can't fucking diagnose what's going on with my car.
Yeah.
But I fucking take it to him, and he'll just like turn it on, rev it a couple times, fucking like look at the hood, and be like,
Yep.
"It sounds like there's something fucking wrong in there." And I'm just
Yep.
like, "Dude, I wouldn't know anyway."
Yep.
But it's cool to see.
That's I'd say like my dad's not really. So my dad's more into bikes than cars.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he has like bikes. He really.
So you grew up around it, like
Yeah, I grew up like hanging off the back of a motorcycle.
Oh yeah, my dad never had motorcycles, but he was always in. I mean, like he had motorcycles before I was around, but like now he has a few that he's like building up again. Like he would always build like his friends out and shit
Yeah.
like that, redo them. But he was always heavy into cars. Like we
Yeah.
always talk about all the cool ass shit he had. Like he had Cadillac hearses.
Yeah.
And it's like that's what I'm trying to grab is a hearse.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm trying to grab a hearse one of these days. One of these days. You still got a bunch of different crazy cars?
I got a couple.
Yeah, you always had some wild shit.
You're talking about your S10. I got a C10. Did you ever see the one with the big Blasphome logo? On the
Yeah,
side?
it was a bag. It was
Yeah,
bagged out.
yeah.
Yeah, that was mean. You still have that?
Yeah, that's in Minnesota right now, getting finished.
Minnesota?
Uh-huh.
Jesus.
I shipped it to my buddy out there.
Does it cost a lot to ship a car?
It would cost me like $1,300 maybe.
That's not too bad
Not
then.
bad.
I would have never known.
Actually, they came and picked it up. So they came and ran into U-Haul. We put this is funny. So pretty much when you took it back to Minnesota, we loaded up a U-Haul with like parts of a truck. So we brought the frame in, put the frame down.
Yeah.
Brought the cabin, set that in back. Brought like the bed in, set that like different places. We had like two engines. There's like a 327 and a 350. And actually we fucking not scrapped them, but we sold both of those. I got a 5.3 fuel injected right now in there.
Yeah.
So it'd be. I can't wait to drive it. Like I'll be able to drive it anywhere.
That truck is sick. I've always loved trucks
Yeah.
just because like that one that I had. I'm definitely gonna fix it up once I fucking have the time to do it.
Yeah.
Vegas though. So you moved out to Vegas. When did you do that?
I was 24 or 5.
Yeah.
I think 5.
What made you want to go out there?
I don't know.
I mean, anything that a young dude would want to go out there with?
My friend got a job at the Bellagio
Really?
and
Doing what?
cutting hair, styling.
Really?
Yes.
Jeez, probably made bank.
Yes.
People don't give a fuck
did like
out there.
and did like at that time like it was on like the Hiltons and all them like weirdos out
Yeah.
there like that time.
And those are the people who just don't give
Yeah.
a fuck.
But like it was
Rich-ass
pretty cool. It
parents.
was like I'm like yeah, and like I flew out there once. I'm like, fuck yeah. And then like, oh, come on, chill for a little bit.
I only been there one time.
Yeah.
I went out for work with Threads and
Really?
yeah, like
Oh, to like the convention.
yeah, Agenda. And like
Agenda.
that's dope. Like
That's crazy.
dude, they laid us up
did
at they laid us up at the Venetian.
Yeah.
And like they laid us in this fucking suite. It was fucking dope. And you would go there. So we flew in and we got there and like Vegas is just like, I mean, people say it's fucking never sleeps. Dude, there's everything going on there.
Yep.
4 a.m, you look outside, there's fucking, it looks just like it does at 10.
I've been to parties there where they close at like, I think it's like 7 or 7:30 and then like open back up at 8:30 or close at 6:30 and open back up at
It
7:30.
fucks me
one
up.
of them.
I hate how casinos like in the Venetian they have that ceiling that looks like a sky. It's like painted real vivid. So you're just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It just throws your mindset off. Then you walk out into a casino and you're like, oh shit, I'm outside.
Yeah.
Back in, you're in there. But
Yep.
like we didn't get to go see a lot of shit. I got to gamble and like, but I want to go see like. I want to do a bunch of the fucking funny ass tourist shit, like see Copperfield. Like Tommy G was talking about how he got to go see it with Kaylee, and like Kaylee was part of a magic trick. Like David
She would be.
Copperfield. Yeah, I know. They were. Well, I guess that they were sitting front row, and I guess that like the dude could tell David Copperfield. Tom said he could tell that like Tom was a fan, and Kaylee like participated where it was a trick where she fucking like vanished and went to like the back of the fucking casino and like she still won't tell me about it. I'm fucking pissed about it. But I want to do all that crazy shit. Like I want to go see all the fucking.
What's funny is when I lived there, I didn't really do any of that shit.
I mean, people don't. I feel.
So I bought a one-way ticket, packed my shit, went there. The second day I was there, I went to the Kawasaki dealership and bought a brand new motorcycle, like street bike, like
That's dope,
Ninja. And then like didn't have a job for like 6 months and just fucking rode out. Like I learned Vegas just by riding. Like I was gonna ride all over the place. I went everywhere.
It's dope out there though. Like I like it.
But it's cool because like you go to Red Rock, like Lake Havasu, or Lake Havasu. Actually, Lake Havasu is a couple hours.
How far is
Lake
Vegas
Mead,
from Colorado?
4 or 5 hours.
Yeah, I knew it wasn't too far though.
Because I drove from Vegas back home and went through Colorado to visit my buddy.
Yeah.
But I just did a trip recently, a couple months ago. I flew into Vegas, rented like a big like full dresser Harley.
Yeah.
Went to
That's pissed.
yeah, loaded that shit up with all my shit. Went to the Grand Canyon, stayed there for a night or so. Went to Lake Havasu, chilled there for a night, and then back up to Vegas.
You just like camp whenever you're doing this, or you like go find somewhere and stay in a hotel?
Well, hotel this time.
Yeah.
Because it sucks. It's so hot. It's just nice to stay in a hotel and like
Yeah,
just
for
get
sure.
a like cold shower and like
That's a good point.
Wash
Plus, if
off.
you're on a fucking motorcycle,
Yeah.
I mean, like it's
get all,
probably
get all the grime off you and shit.
yeah, that's dope though. Like
It was
you
cool though. We had a good time.
and like how long was that whole? How long were you riding? Like how long
We
was it?
did like 4 days, 780 miles.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That
We
same dude who lives in Telluride rode. His dad and him rode across like the fucking country on their motorcycles, and like it sounded fucking dope.
Yeah, that's cool. That's I've been talking about that for a minute. The thing about that is you have to like have the right group of people. And
Yeah, that want to
have
do
the
it.
time.
He said it was a fucking. He
Well, I think
said
it's
it
the
was just
time,
like
like,
rugged.
Yeah, well, like you need like a month to go from like there, like to go there and back probably.
Yeah,
Like you just need that much time.
it would be wild to see all the shit out there and like not have a plan and
Yep.
just be able to just fucking mosey
Yep.
around.
Yep.
So what'd you end up doing for work out there after? Like, did you get a job in Vegas?
So it was funny because my one girl that I went to the prom with, she was working in Vegas at the time on this show called like Red Carpet Vegas, and like she would get me out in like all these like crazy events with her. She'd be like, I'd ask my fucking makeup dude or hairstylist and just take me with her, which was awesome because like I went to all kind of wild ass shit.
Yeah.
Like just like whatever like celebrity parties and wild ass funny shit I shouldn't have been at. It was awesome.
Yeah.
And then I ended up later I ended up getting a job as like security for these like one apartments. So,
Yeah.
so pretty much I
Top flight security of the world.
damn Skippy, they gave me a fucking golf cart and a flashlight and some other shit.
Yeah, you had a golf cart.
Damn shout out golf cart.
That's sick.
So check us out. So I worked from 7 p.m. till midnight or like 1 a.m.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah, so 7 to 1 I'd work. So like I'd like whatever all day. Like usually, so my daily agenda would be like wake up, go to the pool, chill because it was fucking 100 degrees every day.
Yeah.
Didn't even think about it. Cause like my only ride was a motorcycle.
Yeah,
I didn't bring a car. I just fucking flew out there.
that's true.
And just bought something while I was there.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Is the weather always like that though? It's always hot as
It's
fuck.
always hot.
Does it like what's the coldest it gets out there?
This year it's been getting pretty cold. Like I think like 50s or so.
Okay.
I mean, not that it's like
Like at
crazy
night
cold.
it was definitely
no, like
a little,
snow or nothing. But
yeah, no snow. It
It's
was
still-
I want to go out to like the desert and shit and like see.
that's what freaked me out. So like when I first moved there, because like I've always rode motorcycles and I'm used to Pittsburgh weather. Like at like 2 a.m. driving from like Southside of like Elizabeth or somewhere
Yeah.
on a bike, and it's like it just drops to like 60 degrees, 50 degrees. It's cold as fuck.
Yeah.
Out there, like it was like I remember riding at like 2, 3 in the morning, and it's
Still hot
being
as
like
fuck.
100 degrees, like in like a tank top.
Yeah, that's
Like,
the worst.
Why is it like it's crazy? Because like for me, like seeing like the dark, I think of cold weather because
Yeah,
of Pittsburgh.
yeah, we
out
live
there
here.
don't even matter. Out there it's 100 degrees and still dark.
Yeah, that's. I mean,
I'm like this because like you think you're gonna be cold. You're like I am sweating my fucking dick off right now.
whenever I was just driving down on Sunday at Threads, going to Threads, this girl was wearing jeans and a black hoodie. It was like 95 outside. I was sweating in my car with AC.
Maybe she's doing some hot yoga.
Yeah, hot yoga. She was just weird and gothic, but so
Was the makeup running off her face?
dude, I don't even get it. Like my girl does makeup and shit, like wedding makeup and stuff, and I just don't get how fucking girls do that shit. I'm not I'm not for hot weather.
No.
I'm trying to move to Colorado and like be in the mountains and shit. Like I love.
But even
the camping
Colorado
and
got hot
everything.
weather. That's what's nice about Colorado. You're like so close to the sun.
Yeah,
It's like
but
that's what's cool. Like
it
so
gets
like
cold though.
yeah, it definitely gets cold.
It definitely like splits up, and the majority of the weather. I mean, like I was only out there for like fucking a few, like 5 days, but like
Yeah.
every fucking second out there was just amazing.
Well, that's awesome. Like about summer and winter. Like summer in Colorado is beautiful. Like you
Yeah.
can still go somewhere where there's like a glacier on top of a mountain.
Yeah, dude,
and,
it was
and
60.
hike.
It was like 65 degrees, and
Yeah.
there was still snow. Like,
Yeah,
like
and like hike
a
to
little
some
bit
like
more.
lake stuff and like chill for the day.
We went to Echo Lake.
Yep.
Echo Lake is so we did a bunch of cool shit out there. That was like my girl's definitely into all that stuff. We stayed in Idaho Springs,
Okay. Yep.
and right near Idaho Springs they have the Argo gold mine.
Yep.
And like we did that, and it was so fucking
That's just
crazy.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they were talking about like back in the I can't remember what year this like they had that shit up and running, but they only had like a 3-person team, and back then they were doing some insane amount of like raw like stone per
Yeah.
day, but they were like getting out like 97% of the gold, and I guess like now like 100 years later they've only refined it to getting like 98.5%. So like 100 years ago these motherfuckers were like killing it.
Yeah.
And everything was done by like gravity.
Yeah.
Like their whole fucking gold mine was built on like a cliff, so everything was just gravity fed, and it was crazy to see all that shit.
That is crazy.
Yeah, it's like powerful to like see
Yeah.
that these dudes back then were just
Yeah.
like killing it. And they were saying that like there was like a 400-mile long like big ass tunnel that was
Yeah.
like the main vein, and people back then, like the dude that opened this Argo mine was like in front of everything, and like people were just paying him just to be able to like tap in his
Yeah, tap
fucking
in and get that
big
shit.
ass thing. And I mean, it was wild to
It was
wild
funny
to
because
talk
like
about.
I never asked coaching. That's when I started going to Colorado.
Yeah.
Because my buddy started going to school there.
Oh, okay.
So he went to the Boulder,
Yeah.
University of Boulder.
Yeah, that's we traveled over there. That
Which
place
is awesome because like I'd go there and I'd use his like roommates fucking ski pass and just
Yeah.
go whatever because they get
oh,
like
that's true.
they get the college ski thing and the whole like all and what's crazy out there is you can buy a pass to go to like any of those mountains,
Yeah,
which is like 7, 8, 9. I don't even know fucking like know right now.
yeah.
But for like couple like 3, I think it's like $400 or $500.
Yeah, it's like $900 at Seven Springs.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like,
It's fucking
that's
insane.
what I was.
And then you got to deal with that. It's like the fucking.
Yeah, I think I deal with people.
It's like going to Kennywood though.
Yeah.
It's fucking insane. You're like we went up there. I won like shit from Kiss FM. I won this crazy ass like family memories package
Yeah.
up at Seven Springs where they like hook you up with like fucking everything you could do there. And I couldn't even go down like the fucking runs because like it was so crazy
Yeah.
there. Like it was just gross up there because it was whenever they had what's the one thing they throw at the Foggy Goggle? People just fucking there was 1 million people there. It was just annoying. It's a burden to be up there.
Yeah, yeah.
Or it was Winter Fest
Winter
weekend.
Fest, yeah.
It was cool though. Like the
Yeah.
whole thing up there.
Yeah,
I like
don't
Seven
go there.
Springs.
Yes. So my buddy's a condo at the top. If I go there, I chill there because I don't got to deal with anybody.
Yeah, you
we
can just hop out.
we could just like, if we want to go to the bar, we can just like shred down and like get a ski lift back up.
Yeah.
But other than that, like I don't know, I can't deal with it.
Yeah.
And it's funny because like so my one dude up here, it's like he's up here pretty often.
Yeah.
And he used to like to drink, and we'd go there. I was just talking about this to someone else, and like he would just like start greasing security as soon as he walked in. Like he'd walk in and be like, him with me, it's cool, and just like 20s, 100s at a time, and like grease security.
They
It was super funny.
just didn't care. That's awesome.
It was super funny. But most of the time also we go up there and like late night we go to the Matterhorn.
Yeah.
We take mushrooms and go to the fucking mushy horn. So like we'd be out back smoking weed. We're on mushrooms, and my boy handing out 20s like, don't fuck with those dudes. It's cool.
Just like greasing everyone's palms.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever though. There should be no. People should just leave you alone up there. Up there.
I mean, and if
you're causing a ruckus, like
those people, yeah.
There's people that cause a ruckus, and there's people that just want to chill.
Yeah, we're just chilling, son.
Now, what made you leave Vegas?
My grandma got real sick and she ended up dying, so I came back and like
Jesus
for that.
Yeah,
it was pretty.
And you stayed back over here.
Yeah, we'll end up just so I ended up just coming back and staying back here, lining some shit up.
So when was this?
So I was like 25.
Oh yeah. So you lived out Vegas for like a year?
About a year and a half-ish.
And you enjoyed it though overall?
Yeah, it was awesome.
I bet.
I loved
Being
it.
young and shit out
I
there,
love that
you're
shit,
just fucking
son.
running around like a wild banshee.
Everybody I know will come out there and like. So most people come out and be like, "Hey, I'm staying at this hotel. Come see me."
Yeah.
So like, I would just collect pool cards and I can go like. I would just go to different pools if I wanted to.
That's a good point.
And like a couple people I know, like like called baller dudes
Nick
came
Papa
out.
Giorgio out there.
Yeah, like cabanas and shit. Like come through. It's like most people, at that time most people were like, hey, can you get me like weed or whatever out there? I'm like, yeah, fly out. I got you, son. You're like, cool. We'll be at this cabana.
Yeah, we're just
I'll get whatever.
If you're out there, you can fucking just mingle with all these people. That's dope though. You came out here and like if you're 25, 26, when did the whole blasphemy shit happen? Later, right?
Yeah. Dave started that like probably whenever I was like 28. Yeah, so I was like 28. He started that.
So like 10 years ago.
Yeah. It was him and another dude, and then some crazy shit happened.
Explain what blasphemy was, though.
What's that?
Explain what it was, though.
What do you mean?
Like people that are listening don't know what the fuck it was.
Blasphemy. We were a clothing and lifestyle brand.
Yeah, and you guys, like we were talking about beforehand, like down in Carson Street, where One Up is now.
Yep.
That was a spot.
1923 East Carson.
Yeah, and like I didn't know that you were involved with that at all, and like I fucking made clothes and rolled in there like first I was on your street team.
Yeah.
And just went to Shadow Lounge, and then me and you were in fucking Hubs' video, Hubs and Shades Black. Hubs and Shade Black. Hubs is actually, he's going to be on the podcast tomorrow.
Nice, that's awesome.
Yeah,
Tell him I said what's up.
I'm excited to talk to him.
Oh, yeah.
But
tell him he just talked to Bobby Buckets last night.
I will. I'm definitely going to tell him
that's
that.
Funny as hell.
But like the blasphemy shit, I feel like you guys were on like the front runners. You guys were like the front runners of like all the clothing shit down there. Like there's definitely Soul to Soul, but like it was like you guys Soul to Soul. One Up was always around.
So we got some good and bad advice from people.
Yeah.
And we just decided to say fuck it, and just because we like pretty much Dave was doing it online.
Yeah.
And like some like wild shit happened with like him and his other business partner, and he was just doing his stuff online. And we talked to our other friend. He's like, "Why don't you guys just open a store?" And we're like, "I don't know. We never really thought about that or whatever. Never like whatever." We're like. Gave it like 2 weeks of thought, and then we end up getting that spot down there.
2 weeks of thought.
Yeah.
So, what was your like overall of like experience of being down there? Like, did you think
that was awesome?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
You liked like? Did you guys get like a crazy amount of like foot traffic that far down the road?
We got all kind of people in that motherfucker.
I bet.
Yeah.
Because like being one of the first stores down there, like
nobody knew what it was, so like we get like little Christian ladies would walk in and be like, what's in here? And they'd see upside down crosses and like Satan like pentagrams. They'd be like, oh, you guys shouldn't do this.
Yeah.
And then we get people who like knew what it was and come in like,
yep. That's the same thing at Threads, dude. People walk in and wappos bumping out of the speakers, and they're like, this ain't for me.
Yeah, the thing is like we kept our stuff pretty like black and white and low key.
Yeah.
So pretty much like, it looked like a store like a grandma would walk into, like, oh, that's cool, like.
Yeah. And
it's
like
clean, it's crisp.
Were you always like involved with like, kind of like creating shit, like whether it be like designing shirts or stickers and shit like that? You've always been kind of into it.
Yeah.
Now, because I know that you do like, the vinyl type shit.
Yep.
And like, how does that all come around? Because I remember back then you were doing it. You were doing it still.
So pretty much when like a year before or a year after maybe Dave started Blasphome, I started a sign company. Which I do like. I still do that too.
Yeah.
And I do like anything from a 1-inch die cut to like a 5 foot by 10 foot like sign or whatever.
Big ass sign.
Yeah, whatever he's done. Or like I just did a big ass wall. It was like 10 foot by like 50 foot.
Yeah. That's pretty wild.
Yeah. So like it's cool. I can do a lot of shit like that.
Yeah, it gives you a lot of like different type of people that would use that type of. I mean, everyone's getting fucking signs and stickers and shit.
It's like nice money because you like even if like because you can make like money off of decent jobs and you can help the homies out doing whatever too.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not a bad side hustle or anything like that either.
Hell no. And it's fun to have because I can just like
make your own shit.
Even like doing stuff at night. Like I made a sign for my house.
Yeah,
like I did
the cash rolls everything around me.
Yep.
You made
I made that and the one above here. It says Barlington.
I saw that. I did. I saw it whenever we were walking out here. You made that thing.
Huh?
That's pretty dope.
Yeah, so
it's cool to be handy. Like you got a dope little setup. So like we're recording this at his crib, and we have like probably the best. I mean, this is an incredible view.
We're checking out the 10th Street Bridge.
Yeah.
Checking out Liberty Bridge.
Yeah, like this is dope out here on
UPMC building, Mellon building.
Porch. So like what did you guys have any experience like with people like hating on the type of shit that you guys were putting out because it was like satanic and everything?
So may I say about my truck?
Yeah.
So like that truck had a big like Blasphemy logo with like 666 in it and like all kind of shit.
Yeah.
And I parked it like up there all the time.
Yeah.
And I get the funniest stuff. I'd get like people would just leave me. People would leave me stuff on her. But the funniest thing is someone super glued my lock shut one time.
Oh my god.
It was kind of messed up.
Probably an old guy that goes to church every Sunday.
Yeah, super glued my cylinder shut. Good thing my boy had new ones. He was like, yeah, we'll just pop them out at school.
That's fucked up.
But like I'd get like pamphlets, which was funny because the pamphlets kind of like inspired us on making a couple shirts.
Yeah.
Because I'd be like, dude, Dave, check out what someone left me today.
Because of the
and it'd be like a booklet and stuff. It'd be like, oh, we're definitely ripping this off and like put some other stuff in
because like
there.
that main logo you had was like the Keystone symbol with like a fucking
Keystone hate.
Yeah, like with like a what was it? What do they call that? It's like a
Baphomet, yeah.
Baphomet, yeah. A big ass like ram, and then had like a pentagram and shit. And like like I was never into like like pagan type artwork or whatever like that, but I always fucked with it just because
we aren't either. Everybody, like people come in like, you guys are Satanists.
It was just like edgy.
Yeah, exactly.
It's almost like Black Forge. Like those people are not fucking like I interviewed Ashley from Black Forge, and I didn't know what to expect with her. I straight up told her, I was like, I didn't know if you were fucking like carried voodoo dolls and shit in your head. Like who knows? She was like, I mean, I'm not like a fucking. She's like, I'm not a Satanist. It's just like it's part of the
whatever.
It's just like whatever. People read too far into it all.
Yeah, exactly. They do.
They just like they just appreciate what it was. Like me, I liked it. I just fucking would grab shit. I still have the Blasphemy Gun Club shirt.
Yes, I love that one.
Yeah, that's my shit. Blasphemy Gun Club, the recession proof.
Yep, recession. Oh yeah, exactly.
I was a supporter of that place for sure. And how long was the store down there?
We were there for 3 years.
Yeah, and now, like back like. So this was what you said 10 years ago, like 8 years ago, around there.
Well, we had a store in 2010. Was a store.
Yeah, that down there. Now, do you think that there was like as much of a demand for like streetwear and like clothes and stuff like that?
Like I said, that's what's kind of weird. Like, it's kind of weird, but like even like our like genre of clothing was like kind of weird. Like not kind of weird, but like not wrong spot, but like the traffic wasn't.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
why I asked, like, as far as like being down the road a little bit more, because like we went from being on the 14th block,
Yeah.
right next to Starbucks, where we would get crazy amount of foot traffic, but like,
Yeah. All that Duquesne traffic.
yeah, and then we would move. Then we moved over right next to local, and just being on like the other side of the road, taking into consideration like the sun always being on there and not being in the shade, like people will always want to walk over there.
Yeah.
And like you could just tell that like just like that one block made like a fucking huge deal.
Yeah.
And I mean, it definitely helped that the fucking store is way bigger than it was, and we have like better accounts. But back then, I don't remember too much. Like I remember Soul to Soul. I remember Time Bomb was popping.
Yeah, pretty much like us and Soul to Soul were like
The only people in Southside,
and then
right?
like halfway through us being there, Soul to Soul shut down. So like
Yeah,
we kind of collected a lot of their stuff.
yeah,
So it there too.
yeah, and like and then Time Bomb. I mean, Time Bomb was definitely still popping then.
Oh, for sure.
And
Brick Diggler always.
yeah, Brick Diggler always. I'd like to have him on here too. He'd be an
God.
interesting guy to talk to.
We used to prank call Brick from the fucking Blasphome store all the time. Like on like rainy days when there wasn't
Yeah, just
like
bored.
rainy days and winter days. We just prank call Brick for a good laugh and record it.
That dude was always just like
It was funny as hell.
He was always just a good dude. Like never.
yeah.
I mean, like
Never
he was,
a bad time with Brick.
Yeah, never a bad time really,
Yeah.
because like we would go over there. All of us would fucking go over there and like go to their events and shit. And that was always like he was such a big deal. And like Time Bomb, I don't think people understand, because like now the clothing shit is definitely like picking up way more. Like there's such a crazy demand. They have fucking resale shops down there now.
Yeah.
Like Threads is fucking killing it, and like now it's a big deal. Like everyone's buying clothes and shit like that. But Time Bomb was literally like the fucking OGs of it all. And I feel like people that don't understand that, because like now, I mean, Brick kind of like slowed down a little bit.
Yeah.
Like they have that like couple like.
But the store in Highland was like a staple. Like
Yeah, like that was, and now it's a coffee shop.
Yeah.
It's actually a dope coffee shop. I went in
and
there
there was
the
like
other day.
in one up was in there for a minute too.
Was it?
Uh-huh.
I don't remember that at
That was
all.
a long time ago.
Yeah, I don't remember that, because where was One Up before they moved in with you?
They were on 14th also. Yeah, they were across the street on 14th. They were
they were
glass
the glassware. Okay,
whatever,
yeah, the
glass
glass
whatever.
store. I do remember that now.
Yeah.
That's pretty wild. But One Up was in Time Bomb for a minute.
Uh-huh.
Now, how did you guys link up with Brick? Just through like fucking being
knowing
around
people.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
always it's interesting.
Yeah.
It's interesting how everyone knows everyone.
Yeah, it's like some yeah.
You used to
Or,
chill
like,
around down there though, before you had like Blasphemy and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, were you always around that place?
I was always around there, but I know.
Yeah,
know
like,
that
I mean, like, you
I'd
knew of
definitely be there,
everything.
Yeah.
They played such like a crazy part in like the hip hop scene.
Oh yeah.
And like I said, I don't think people like I'll hear people like talk about Time Bomb, and like I just feel like people don't like understand how crazy it was back then.
Yeah.
Like
exactly.
all them events like Mac.
Even before that was like exactly before like Brick was like Battered Citizen and all that like stuff.
Yeah.
And even like before like that, and then like Mac Miller's, the fucking Wiz Khalifa's, the everybody else.
And then that definitely put them on the map. Like
Mhm.
after that all started to blow up, people started like knowing that like Time Bomb was. They always had like a dope selection of shit.
But also all those dudes always shopped there too. Like
Yeah.
Hardo, like all them dudes.
Yeah,
like
so
they
people
were
always,
always
like-
in that. Like everybody else there, they're always in that store.
Yeah, and now like
Yeah.
same thing with us. Like Hardo
So
will
which
shop
made-
with us, and
yeah.
like people will see that, and people will come in. Like
Yeah.
some dude came in and saw a video of Hardo doing a freestyle on some radio station wearing a Thread shirt, and he was like, "Yo, dude, I seen it on his Instagram. I'm trying to get one of them." And like,
Yeah.
it's wild to see like
Yeah,
how
it is.
many people like
Yep.
like where people come in, because like we've been there for almost 4 years now, and it's just like we'll have people that still don't know what kind of store we were,
Yeah.
or what kind of store we are, and they're like, "Man, I've never been in here. I never heard about it."
That's
And
what
it's
I'm
like,
saying. That's what Blasphemy was like. So like the people who knew about it.
Yeah.
Other than that, we'd have like Southside grandma, like 80 years old, going out and going to Giant Eagle, but like, I just stopped in because the window
Yeah.
looked nice. What do you guys do?
Yeah, just
You know?
moseying around and
Yeah.
shit. It
Like,
is-
what's this Blasphome?
Yeah, so where did that name come from?
So it started out as Blast, Blast,
Yeah.
and then apparently there's a company in California called that, so we had to change it, and the website was Blast for me, or Blast, like Blasphome.
Yeah.
So we took the T out and Blasphemy. and then
okay.
gonna be in like little like
That's pretty
satanic
well.
type shit.
Now that company, did they send you like a cease and desist, or did you just find it and change it?
No, they definitely sent something.
Okay. Because like I did.
They definitely sent something.
Like I did the Lost Boys shit, and like I found I did the Lost Boys shit for probably like a year, and then I found that there was this company in Canada called Lost Boys Inc. spelled different, and like my shit was trademarked and everything. But like I just didn't want to like. That's why I stopped it. I didn't want to build a brand under like something that was, already there.
Something else. Yeah.
If someone Googles it, I don't want that to pop up.
What's funny is I think Blast was like they sold like scarves and shit.
Oh yeah,
like,
something real weird.
Not even like.
Yeah, it's fucked up. And then like after that, all fucking. I mean, like I didn't want to start it back up until I found a dope ass name.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. Like.
That name just literally hit me while we were walking down 18th. We were walking to fucking Bar Room.
Yeah.
And, or we were walking to Jimmy D's, I think, and, like, it all came from, like all the Lost Boys, like, fighting all the pirates. Yeah. Because, like, for some reason, like, me and my friends would call girls pirates down there because they would just, like, steal your soul.
Pirates.
Yeah. But,
dirty pirates.
Can't live with them, can't live without them.
Damn skippity.
Now, after Blasphemy and shit, like, what did you end up doing? We
still do Blasphemy online.
Oh, you guys still do online?
Uh-huh.
I know that he's like I always see like the drift shit. Like he's still pretty heavy into like the drift shit.
Yep.
Now, like you've done that yourself?
What's that?
You were in the like drifting and shit like that?
Not really. I mean, like
that's something completely that I have
no
no
idea. The drifter
about.
Right with the lowrider truck on bags, and was like and just fucking dropped it on the ground.
I think it's sick how people do
really,
that.
Yeah, like it's awesome. Like I definitely ride in some cars.
Yeah,
and like dudes can drive. I'm like, take for a whip around, and like it's like Kenny was. You get in, you fucking 5-point harness your shit in.
Yep.
And it's like all of a sudden, like ready to go, and just fucking smoke billowing, wah 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 wah, around
that's
everything.
Fucking insane. Yeah. I get
and then if you're like tandem or like triple, like. It's crazy because like people are side to you, they're like right here. Like,
what do you mean tandem and triple?
So like 2 or 3 cars go at a time, and like rip around bends like kind of like nose to ass.
So yes, people.
So
are
pretty
right
much I can almost reach out and like slap like quarter panels and shit.
That's fucking crazy.
It's nuts.
That is wild.
Yeah.
I've never been like I'm not like racing around. Like I drive a 90 fucking 2 Buick LeSabre. I'm whipping that shit like a Cadillac.
Damn skippity.
Yeah, just slow and low, just living the dream.
Low and slow, that's how I roll all the time, son.
Yeah, there's no reason to be running around. I appreciate a fast car. I've been thinking about getting a motorcycle, but like I didn't grow up on like dirt bikes or anything, so like I'm fucking freaked out about it. I got quads and shit like that. Yeah. And I'm not worried about like my ability to drive a motorcycle. I'm worried about other people and my ability to react.
Yeah, people are dicks.
Yeah, well, not even that. It's just like my ability to be able to react.
Yeah, I've been riding for a long time.
You ever drop your bike?
Yep.
Getting any fucked up wrecks?
I just got a wreck on Father's Day.
Did you?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Was it bad?
Nah, luckily not. I was on my Ninja, and I was going up 18th Street, and some 2 girls like just got out of yoga, drinking Starbucks. Hurry up and quick turn like right me, and like they hit the brakes and like turn right.
Yeah.
I hit my brakes. I just slid because 18th Street's like a fucking slick as hell.
Yeah.
They put a tar down. And like I was like right by their bumper, couldn't like turn around them, and next thing they made it right in the fucking trunk.
That is
I hit
the
them,
worst.
Went down, flipped over, like rolled across their trunk.
At least you didn't get fucking hurt.
It was on Father's Day.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
It was pretty funny, so it was kind of weird because like I was like locked. My brakes were like locked up. I kept like trying to like let go and hit them again. Like I just wasn't stopping.
Yeah.
And like I only hit her maybe going like 10 miles an hour. So like impact, like it wasn't a hard hit. It was just like kind of like I can't stop. I'm like,
this is gonna happen.
Here it comes. Boom. Get ready.
Yeah. I definitely have always been into like how it like I like the whole idea of it all. You being someone who likes cars and shit like that, what do you think? This is very random, but what do you think about the Fast and the Furious franchise?
What do you mean?
Like, do you fuck with those movies, the first couple, or are you like someone that dislikes them?
I'll watch them. I'm mad at them. They're cool. They're like in their air. They did their thing like in their airs. So, like they had like, and it's funny because I know dudes that built some of the cars in like all the Fast and Furious too.
Oh yeah,
which is kind of cool.
Yeah, because like I know that
my one dude built like the Eclipse, and I think it was Fast and Furious 2.
Yeah, the green one.
No.
The purple one.
Yeah,
the Tyrese, the convertible.
Tyrese, yeah. He built like 3 of those for him like to wreck up.
He said that's too much chrome for me.
Yeah.
Get a little loose in your moose.
Yeah.
They fucking ruined the franchise though. Like
Yeah.
I just can't watch them anymore.
But they fucking, it's funny because like, you used to say, I was at Shenley Park and I seen a dude with a fucking Fast and Furious fucking like shirt on. They're still getting ready, because they sell like Walmart, Target and shit, like motherfuckers still buy that shit.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
like
funny.
they're just making. I think Vin Diesel definitely probably made over $1 billion off of all
no
those
doubt.
movies.
No doubt.
Because like there's about to be like what number 9 or something
Yeah,
like
he definitely
that.
had over $1 billion off that. He
That's
might be.
fucking insane. The
I'd probably say
pacifier.
$100 billion.
You know that dude's rolling to Dungeons and Dragons.
Is he?
Yeah, you ever play Dungeons
Who,
and
Vin
Dragons?
Diesel?
Yeah,
Nah.
Vin Diesel plays Dungeons and Dragons heavy.
Heavy. That's
Yeah.
kind of weird.
You were never into shit like that,
Nah.
like Pokemon, all that shit.
Nah.
That skipped you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Well,
what's up.
it didn't skip me. It kind of skipped me a little bit. I just wasn't into that stuff. Like people was on like Dungeons and Dragons and some other shit
Yeah,
when I was in school. But like I don't know.
and you were just running around like skating and wrestling and shit.
I always had too much energy, so I was always like,
What kind of shit you do for fun?
I do all kind of wild shit.
I'm talking about like, I mean like, what's some weird ass shit that you do for fun? Like we all know, like I mean like not we all. I mean like I know that you fucking love cars and
Yeah, I like cars, motorcycles, I like boats.
Yeah,
Like, I don't.
you're just always running
Yeah,
around
that's like
doing some
chilling,
wild
yeah.
shit.
So like if I'm not on something, I'm on something else.
You been skydiving before?
No, I won't do that.
No, you won't do that.
Nah,
Oh, I could have swore.
No.
I was waiting
I
for you
keep
to be
my
like,
happy
yeah.
ass in the plane. Fuck that.
You would never do that?
Nah.
I think
ain't
it would
into
be incredible.
Nah.
I'd be terrified.
Bungee
though.
jumping, skydiving. I'm not into it.
I would never bungee jump.
I'll go 13,994 feet on top of a mountain on a helicopter and
That's
jump
what I
out
was
of
just
there.
gonna ask. What happens if you fucking drop your board? And it just
Fuck,
goes,
son.
yeah, like
Well, it depends. If you drop it like right off the bat, you can probably get a ride back with a helicopter. If you drop it halfway down, either start looking or start walking.
fuck that.
I mean, like most time, it can only really go so many places. Like it can only go a couple hundred yards away. So
Yeah. That's not bad,
but
though.
sometimes a couple hundred yards, it's like walking like hip deep in snow, which fucking sucks.
Yeah.
You ever did that before?
Walk hip deep in snow?
Yeah.
No.
So like you try to step in, you're like,
Yeah, and you
and
just
step
fall down.
you're like you're nuts.
Some
You're like,
rocky
"Ugh."
shit.
Yeah, it sucks.
Reach training in the mountains for the Russian.
Yeah, it sucks.
Are you a movie guy?
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little
No,
bit.
you as we were doing this podcast, you put me onto some shit, the Fire Stick. What's that all about?
That's just a stick from Amazon where you can program and get like some other programs on to get more movies.
Yeah. Now,
It's like it's basically like a Netflix type thing.
yeah. No, I mean I see people ranting and raving about it.
But kind of like you buy it once and then it's kind of
You just have to like re-update it and re-update it and shit like that.
most of them update themselves, but some of them crash.
Yeah.
That's the thing; they're not reliable. They crash. So
Whatever.
whatever, yeah.
Whatever.
But it's always cool. Like, yeah, I watch like most of the time I'm watching YouTube shit. It's funny. Like, my YouTube history is probably like retarded. Like it's like gas hopping hydraulic cars, and then like the Jimmy Wapo patty cake video 13 times,
Dude.
and then like
It's a shame.
the best motorcycle fails of like 18. Like,
Yeah.
Okay.
The best motor. I remember one time I got into a black hole of rolling burnouts
Yeah.
on these bikes and
Yeah.
then watching people do gorilla rolls
Yeah.
and like all this crazy shit. And it's like I've always been someone who appreciated things that I can't do. Like
Yeah.
like we were talking about artwork. Like you have
Yeah.
that fucking Ghostface Killer by your boy Arlo.
Uncle
like,
Arlo.
yeah, like I'm definitely gonna try to talk to him because like I remember that being in Blasphome and like always seeing that and being like, what the fuck? About to be raining.
It is raining, huh?
Yeah. What do you want to do?
You go inside or put an umbrella up.
Put an umbrella up. Fuck it. We had to pause for rain. Put up a umbrella. We're still sitting on the porch in the pouring rain, so you're going to hear that in the background. And I'm going to just try something else out and leave that ambient noise in there. Yeah, this is fucking dope out here. There's people that leave... There's people that would like worry about the sound. Like whenever I asked you, like, is there a lot of shit that like sounds and shit like that's gonna go on whenever we're recording? Like,
It'll probably last for a couple minutes.
yeah, it's been crazy
This
raining
Pittsburgh,
lately.
Florida weather. That's what it is.
All right, we're good now. So who did a lot of the designing? You're wearing one of your fucking Blasphemy shirts now.
Don't trust Whitey. I love his shirt.
Yeah.
I got 5 of them.
Where did you guys did you do some of the designing? Like what was the process for you guys to do that? Were you all like was it all like
Dave did a lot of designing. I ran a lot of the store.
We moved in from the porch because the Pittsburgh weather came over us. And
deck 2 was a little bit wet.
Dude, it gets pretty crazy. It's been getting crazy the past few weeks, like just insane rain for like fucking an hour.
Not off subject. I almost died yesterday.
Why is that?
So, me and my girl wake up. We decided to go to the Pittsburgh Grand Prix around like 4 o'clock. I looked at the weather. Actually, we went like 3:30. Looked at the weather. They're like, 30% chance of 5. Cool, 30% chance. That ain't much. Shit's always wrong.
Yeah.
4:30. We're over there. 4:30. It starts raining. So all right, we'll just smoke us blunt, wait for rain to stop, and go home.
Yeah.
Cool. So we did that. We're like, oh, cool. It stopped raining. Here we go. We were on our bike. I was on a 1976 CB 550.
Yesterday.
Yes.
That's dope. CB.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's old.
That bike's 42 years old.
Yeah.
So I'm on a 42-year-old motorcycle stuck in the rain, and so we go from Shenley, Oakland.
Yeah.
Go through there. It's like drizzling. I'm like, cool. This ain't bad. As soon as I get down the Hot Metal Bridge, it starts drops the size of quarters, start mashing on us. So I cut up the back streets, go up by the glass company.
Yeah.
Underneath the Mission Street Bridge. So I'm like, fuck, we'll just underneath Mission Street Bridge. We'll wait for it to blow over. It'll be cool. So we're waiting 10 minutes, 15 minutes. There's lightning striking. There's whatever. And it goes from crazy rain to not so bad, kind of drizzlish.
Yeah.
So I'm like, cool. Now's the time. It's drizzling. We're not going to get as wet. I fire up the bike. I go up around. There's that church up there. I go up around there, past Garvey's. You know where Garvey's is at?
Yeah.
So I go past Garvey's. As soon as I make that bend, fucking lightning strikes the transformer at that church right there. It was boom, loud as fuck. It sounded like a cannon. My girl's like, I think something hit me. My leg feels hot or something.
That's insane.
I'm like, fuck.
Probably scared the fuck out of you.
Fuck, dude, it was so loud. It scared. She it was loud.
One did it down the road from my house and it was fucking loud. I couldn't even imagine being right next to it.
On a motorcycle.
Yeah,
with
right.
no helmet. It was just boom.
That's
so we go
insane.
across the Mission Street Bridge. Lightning's coming down. I'm like, fuck. I just want to get home. So I'm just ripping it. So it knocked out the lights. So
okay.
Lightning, it blew out the transformer.
Wait, yesterday this happened?
Yes.
Yeah, because it's Southside, the lights went out. I didn't know what was going on there.
It happened right behind me. I heard that shit and seen that shit blow up.
Jesus.
And yeah. So I get to the light at 18th and Mission.
Yeah.
And it's not there. I'm like, we're going.
Yeah.
I go up Pius, go up Brosville. I'm dodging. There's a tree down in Brosville I had to go around. And I got to the top of the Daily Mart, went around, came back down. There was a bus and 3 cars backed up. And there was cars coming up the other way, stopped. A tree fell over across the phone lines and the trolley tracks.
Yeah.
It was hanging there. I was like, fuck that. So I went around 3 cars, a bus, and it was right there. And
dipped around.
Pulled up into my spot and here we are.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
It was, I got home, it looked like I jumped in a pool, except for my ass. My butt was the only thing dry from sitting on the seat.
Yeah.
Everything else from here was soaked. Actually, I was wearing this shirt. I just put it back on.
Yeah.
It was stuck to my shit fucking.
Yeah, dude, because people were fucking running around in Southside yesterday coming into Threads just to stay out of the fucking water.
It was crazy. Yeah, I got stuck in that shit.
Yeah, that'd be miserable on a bike for sure.
Super miserable. I had to pull it. I couldn't see.
Yeah.
We're pulling over. I can't see.
That's why I wouldn't be good on a bike. So we moved.
Yeah, but I don't really go out in the rain. It just I happen to get caught in the rain.
Obviously, yeah.
For me, it has to be 77 or above for me to go out on a bike.
Yeah.
And then I'll go in a cool car.
Yeah. I mean, I'll definitely fuck with a cool car.
Yeah.
We came in to your spot and you got all this fucking artwork around. So you've always been into artwork.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
I like collect. I like to collect stuff.
Yeah, I'm a collector.
I like weird stuff.
That's why.
I got my. You notice my adult 3-wheel bicycle over there.
Yeah, I see that.
There's a dentist chair behind you.
Yeah, I didn't.
Fully functional.
Why do you have that? Just to have it? Just came across it, huh?
I actually wrapped it for my buddy, and he's like, "Oh yeah, just, try to sell and get rid of it." And it's still sitting there.
So you do that vinyl wraps and shit like that for cars and everything.
I did the dark blue on the bottom of that one.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it's all wrap.
that's wild. That vinyl wrap. How'd you get into that shit? Just because of kind of seeing that there was
stuff. It's like kind of next step. Like
I know that was like is that still a fucking big market?
the wraps.
The sign, the wrap shit.
Wrap stuff's nice. It's all advertisement, so it's nice because you can put it on whatever you want. Like we have people that like have this like stick like stuff out in front of our businesses that we wrap just because like it's like advertisement. It could be like not running ass like old ass car.
Yeah.
But like we'll wrap like it's something cool and they'll just sit there.
That's a good point.
It's like an advertisement. It's like almost like
a billboard.
Yeah, it's like a Pat bus. Like even on theirs, that's all wrapped too.
That's dope.
Yeah, it's just like the next step, like because you can put on anything. You put on like buses, brick buildings, floors.
I fuck with all
whatever, cars.
I fuck with all the. I just like having a bunch of shit on my walls in my house.
But that's not like change the thing, but like I went to SEMA in Vegas. It's
What's
like
that?
it's like a aftermarket car thing.
Oh, okay.
But it's actually the agenda. We're at the convention center in
Yeah.
Vegas. So all that stuff they do, like every event, they like the floors are wrapped. They do like all different like spacing and
So you
stuff.
can pretty much just put it anywhere you want.
Yeah, it's like that's crazy. So like my buddy that hit a car in there this past year. They painted for SEMA, and we went in there before like the show was even going on.
Yeah.
And dudes were like tearing up old wrap, and like there's like new people like putting like new like floors down of like stuff.
That is pretty wild.
Yeah.
You'd be able to do so much shit with it.
Yeah. Well, the thing about that is like you can do so much shit. So it means like, oh, it's a nice like.
It's a good market to be in.
Yeah. Exactly.
Fuck it, right?
Yeah.
Everyone wants to change the color of their car, but not spending a fucking arm and a leg repainting it.
Yep.
All right. So this last segment, I ask everyone. It's called Desert Island Questions.
No,
Okay.
man.
Are you a fan of The Office?
I watch The Office occasionally.
Okay. It comes from The Office, but they get locked outside, and he asks them things you would take with you on a desert island. So I give people 3 categories, and I give people 3 choices of each category. I'm curious to know what you'll say about these. So for the first category, I give you 3 movies to take with you on a desert island to watch over and over and over again, like Tom Hanks and Castaway.
Yep.
Give me 3 movies.
Oh, me give you 3 movies? Take with you?
Yeah. I ask everyone these questions.
I said,
Don't even worry about any dead time. I'm going to cut out any of the dead time.
I do watch a lot of movies.
Yeah.
However, like, probably like How High would have to be one.
Okay.
That's one of all-time favorites.
Yeah.
Probably Half Baked.
That's another good one.
One too.
You smoke any weed?
Nah, not at all. And third one, can I take a?
Yeah, I'll let you take a group of movies.
Can I select like a television series?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'd probably do the Chappelle Show.
Okay, that's a good
I was
answer.
just thinking about the other day. Like I watched the shit out of that when I was younger.
Yeah.
That shit is funny as fuck.
It is funny. It's still,
Yeah.
I mean, it's still funny to this day. I didn't watch every one of them back then, but like I've seen them, but like I didn't watch every one, but like I'll catch them now, even if it's just on like YouTube. If I'm like watching Dave Chappelle or something like that, because like,
old shit was the fucking
dude, it was hilarious. And
Chappelle Show stuff.
And now that like I try to, so like I tried to like I've been like dabbling in comedy a little bit, and like I watch all the shit to learn and like try to see what it was. And Dave Chappelle was such a fucking gangster.
Yeah.
And it's like people were talking about like I started learning about more of like the history of his life and like how he was like 15 and like performing in Central Park.
Yeah.
And like it's so crazy to think about that and like to see where he is now. Like
but that's like a lot of his skits have shit to do with that too. Like a lot of shit he's seen like.
But I didn't know that back then.
And, like,
it's like you don't know that back then because there wasn't like the internet to just Google Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, you can't do that shit. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's like the blessing and the curse of what we have now. Okay, so you got those three
movies.
Yeah, 3 movies / TV things. Now, do you read ever?
I'm not really. I'm not a big reader.
Okay, so like I always have a consolation.
Of
So,
books.
what about video games? Were you into video games?
Nah.
Never into video games either. Okay, then now let me just.
I mean, like I wasn't into video games when I was younger. I fuck up some Mario Kart, some shit like that. But
yeah. Now I'll switch it up just for you though. Like if you got to choose 3 cars to have, any car you would want in your life, 3 of them, or you get 3. I'll give you 3.
Okay.
Doesn't matter what.
On an island?
What?
The 3 of them on an island?
No, it don't even need to
Or
be on
three-
an island.
three
On it. I'm
cars?
just talking about like 3 dream cars.
I'd probably say like mid '60s Riviera,
Okay.
lowrider for sure on some dros.
Okay.
Definitely have a fast car. Definitely. So there's this dude. He does RWB Porsches. It's like wide body Porsches, like
Yeah.
old ones. I would definitely do one of those.
An old Porsche. That's what's up.
But dude does like some like so there's this dude from Japan. He comes in and like his company called RWB Porsches, and they do straight wide body shit. So like he comes in, puts this wide body shit on, cuts your fenders out, rivets the fucking shit on. Like
Really?
yeah, it's fucking gnar. Like
That's dope.
I'll show you videos.
Yeah.
Shit's sick.
All right.
So I'm up to what? Lowrider Riviera, wide body Porsche.
Yeah.
Probably gonna have a truck in there.
Right? That's
Yeah.
I figured you would have a truck.
Yeah. I don't even know a third one. Shit.
Anything in the world? No money? No cap?
I mean, I probably have something fast, like maybe McLaren or something. I'll probably buy a McLaren just for shits and giggles to go fast.
I have no fucks to give about those at all. If I
Yeah.
could pick anything, I would have a fucking Grand National,
Yeah.
all murdered out.
Yeah.
I would have probably a Cadillac hearse.
Yeah.
You know, like lowered, murdered out.
Yeah.
I just love everything murdered out. If I had to get like a newer car, like if I end up making any money where I could just buy whatever I want,
Yeah.
I'm honestly just gonna buy like a all fucking black Range
Yeah.
or an all fucking black, like a G-Wagon.
Yeah.
Like,
G-Wagon.
I wrapped that with you, that G-Wagon in your fucking garage.
In the garage.
That was such a
Yeah.
wild time.
That shit was funny as hell.
That was funny as
The
hell.
funniest shit was taking that back down, so I had to deliver it out to North Carolina.
Yeah.
And so like I left West Newton, Pennsylvania at like 6-ish something in the morning. I had to be in like North Carolina at like, I think my flight was at 3-ish or something. Like,
Because you drove it down and you were going to fly back. Okay.
literally I fucking
For people who don't know what I'm talking about, he had like he hit me up one time to help him wrap, like vinyl wrap, like we were just talking about, a G-Wagon.
we had I think it was probably at that time maybe a 10 or 11 or 12 G-Wagon. It was the G66, like the 6.6 supercharged.
Yeah.
We like wrapped it like satin black with like 22-inch like satin black rims.
Yeah, that's fucking
And then
mean.
I had to go to North Carolina and deliver it. And like it was like I left West Newton, Pennsylvania at like 5-6-ish. Drove down there, delivered it. Dude drove me to actually I got an Uber to the airport or whatever, or a cab, whatever it was, and then jumped on a plane and came home.
And you were home probably within what?
Couple hours,
24 hours?
Yeah, less than that.
Yeah. That's
yeah,
dope, man.
probably 12. I'd probably say 12 hours.
I fuck with a Grand National though.
Yeah.
Like those are my shit.
I do also.
Those are definitely
Those are like
expensive
legit.
as fuck too. I like an El Camino too.
Yeah,
I've always
I
loved
love
an El Camino. And it's like my dad had all these fucking cars, so it's like he kind of like I'm not like a big fucking car guy, but like I appreciate the dope ass shit. Like my brother has a 73 Volkswagen thing that's dope.
Yeah, thing.
Like, Volkswagen thing, and it's like it's funny as hell.
Yeah.
But I mean it's wild. I appreciate a car.
I like tinkering. Like
I've been driving beaters my entire life. Like I've never had a nice ride. I had a truck, a lifted 85 black truck. I had a fucking Tiburon, went to a Grand Am, and now I got this fucking 92 Buick LeSabre.
I don't even know how many cars I've had. I can't count.
I mean, I bet you had a fuckload. Okay, the last category that I give you is 3 CDs to take with you to listen to over and over and over again.
Oh shit.
I would guess one would be a Wu-Tang album, right?
Yeah, for sure. Probably 36 Chambers.
Because you have 1, 2, probably what, five Wu-Tang references just in my first.
1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
4, 5.
Yeah,
about
quite a
36,
many.
Yeah, 6.
Yeah, 6.
Yeah, just in my living room.
36 Chambers though.
Probably.
That's a good choice.
It makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense.
It's like engraved in my memory, in my head, so it just plays automatically.
How'd you get into music? Like, who was the one who got you into music? Like friends and shit. Because you're from a different, like,
just I don't know, different.
You're in a weird time because, like, you were before, like, the
me,
internet, like, kind of
exactly.
shit.
For me, like, I hung around a lot of different people. So, like, my
Expose
music,
you to different things.
yeah, like a lot of shit. Like,
that's dope, though.
everything from, like, rap to hip hop to, like, heavy metal to, like, punk.
Yeah.
To, like,
You have a wide variety for
even
sure.
like some country stuff, like whatever. Like I saw a lot of people. So a lot of people I know listen to a lot of different shit.
Yeah, so
a lot of
you get
people I know
exposed.
play a lot of different shit or like do a lot of different shit.
Yeah.
So like,
Like
it's like one of them things where like
Matt was talking about one of his Desert Island CDs. One of them, he was like, I just want some Temptations and like it's like,
I do some like jazz or some fucking
little Yaz flute,
some funk or something.
Yeah. I just grabbed all my dad's vinyl.
Oh yeah.
And I just been diving through that like fucking Weather Report and shit like that. All these like old ass like fucking albums and
do some Bootsy and shit. It's fucking straight funkin'.
What else would you have on there? You have 36 Chambers.
Ooh. I probably have some like Bootsy Collins funk type shit.
Okay.
And then probably some like, I don't know, B White or Snoop Dogg. I don't know.
B White, man.
I can listen to B White all day.
Every day, all day. It's still on a daily rotation.
Yeah,
I was just playing it yesterday in Threads.
Yep.
I have a playlist called 58s. He's going to be on here soon enough. He's a hard guy to get a hold of, and same thing with fucking Mayo.
Just get on the Mon River, you'll find B White.
Yeah, he's out there fishing all day. Him and his little dog.
Yeah, his little dog.
Yeah, him and his little dog are just down there. You know he's just down there fishing, just like spitting some fire out of his fucking brain.
Yeah, B White's dope for sure.
One of the most...
I like being around those dudes. They do a lot of
those are just good people.
A lot of good shit.
I've known him. You know, he was a wrestler.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, super wild. My dad coached him and Billy John like back whenever I was probably like 3 years old.
Chelman, Mr. Chelman. So the first season I coached with Mr. Chelman.
Okay, I don't remember him.
Yeah, he was the high school woodshop teacher.
Yeah,
he was also the McKeesport high school wrestling coach for many years.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he coached B White.
Oh, that's wild.
Yeah,
it's a small world.
But it's funny because like me and Chell, like so Chell was the woodshop teacher at EF.
Yeah.
And like during wrestling season, I'd be like, "Yo, Chell, I need to drop like 3 or 4 pounds," and he would give me a pass to like come to woodshop for like 4 periods a day.
Yeah.
But really, I would like go like run around for him, like do whatever, or like run like. Either run steps or like with plastic bags on, or like run errands for him.
Yeah,
and, like do whatever.
That's fucking wild, dude. Yeah. Be white for sure.
It's funny because like English teachers would get mad at me, like, "Yo, you like have to take this class." I'm like, "No, I got to pass. It's cool.
Yeah, I got to pass.
I gotta go.
Fuck it."
I'm an athlete. I got.
School
lose
is
this.
funny.
Yeah, I got to lose this shit.
What did you think about EF's educational system? Since you're a fellow alumni,
it wasn't bad.
You think?
It wasn't bad.
You think you got learned?
I got learned more than most. I got learned. I mean, it was like.
Did you get good grades and shit in high school?
Yeah.
I bet you were.
I was like probably like.
I could have guessed that.
I was like 3.0, 3.2, somewhere in there.
I feel like that you were like a kid that didn't give a fuck, but like still was just like. I mean, obviously you're fucking smart.
I mean, but like most shit, like math was easy to me.
Yeah.
English and whatever. I got out of that most time.
That's my
worst.
Had
to take tests and do whatever. Like
that's my worst.
Most I played a lot of sports. I was good at a lot of sports. So like I would get out of class a lot of times and do whatever.
That's what I mean. EF didn't matter. Like
they'd be like, all right, you're like, well, we're learning this day, but just be prepared for this test on this day. And here's what's going on. And
you have people like Fike who just like know, he just like he wasn't trying to go against the grain.
No.
You have good people in there.
Yeah, exactly. You're like all right, like. You know,
they knew what was going on. Like those dudes were like the real type of people that knew.
Yeah. So they were like
they were just realists.
Yeah,
they knew that people didn't want to fucking be there, so they didn't want to like go against the grain because the harder you made it for the student, the harder it was for yourself.
The thing like if you wanted a total fucking smack off to them, it was cool.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey,
if you had any respect at all, they respected you.
I had just passed to go here. Even I didn't even get passes from like the principal to get out of shit from like doing shit.
EF, funny ass EF. All right, so I got 2 more questions. The last question of this one is Death Row Meal.
Death Row Meal.
Yeah, if you ever see them, how people are about to get zapped, and they'll ask for like fucking 90 buckets.
I eat
of chicken.
a lot, so this is gonna be a big one for me.
It's fine, dude. Go ahead.
So, just for example, last night I ordered, I think it was called Capstar or Carvar. It's a Russian spot in Mount Washington.
Oh, really?
On Shallow Street. It was like, okay, I ordered beef stroganoff, these like pierogies, these like other like beef like egg roll things with like stuff in them.
All fire.
Yeah. And then an hour later, I went to Campiti's Pizza and got a large pizza with pepperoni and half an Italian and put my own like jalapeno peppers I grew out in the side yard right there on them. So
You ate that all in like 2 hours?
yes, about 3. So yeah, so like my eating is like I like to eat.
Outrageous.
Yeah, so like
That's all right.
Probably,
if you're about to die, you can literally grab
yeah.
whatever you want.
so when we were in where were we at? We were in I think we were in Crested Butte. Yeah, we were in Crested Butte, and we went to this one restaurant, and they had like aged Wagyu beef, like 36 ounce
Oh, yeah.
thing, or no, I think it was like 24 ounce. Yeah, it was 24 ounce Wagyu, and we got the 36 ounce other one.
Just unreal.
Me and 3 of my boys just split like 2 of those and like some other shit.
Yeah.
But like just for like that Wagyu was like $130 for a 24
Really?
ounce. Yeah,
Jesus.
totally fucking worth it.
Yeah?
But probably one of those.
Probably one of those.
Probably one of those. Some gnocchis. I'm a big gnocchi. I love gnocchis.
Yeah.
Like gnocchis is my shit.
100%.
Yeah, I can eat gnocchis all day, every day. What else? Man, I can eat a lot of stuff. Is this desserts too?
Anything you want, dude. You're
Just
to fucking
desserts?
die in a minute.
Yeah, okay. Like
There was some weird serial killer who asked for a little kid. Like, there, you know them like BuzzFeed articles?
so hold up. I'll probably do the Wagyu, like aged beef,
Yeah.
bull gnocchis, the Mad Mex Gobblerito,
Oh, there's a fire.
Chef Matt's DK chicken and poutine. For desserts, probably some Millie's ice cream.
I just emailed that guy. I'm trying to talk to him.
Who?
The Chad who owns
Oh,
Millie's.
Chad, yeah, nice. Yeah.
You know him?
Yeah, I talked to him a couple days ago.
Yeah.
I'm making him,
I'm
making him some sign stuff for Friday.
I recently just got put on to Millie's. Like, I've never had it until like a month ago. And, you know, Tommy G always put me on to some fire shit. He's the one who helped me up the streets as well.
Yeah.
But we went there and I got the Vietnamese coffee.
Yeah.
And the best chocolate ever, or whatever it's
It
called.
was just funny because so my birthday was June 1st.
Yeah.
And I had a chef come in and make me a dinner. Like, it was
Yeah.
an all-infused dinner.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
ridiculous.
fucking wild.
So he came. So I had a.
What was that like?
So I'll let you know. It's like. So I got little bite-sized pretzels, little pretzel nuggets.
Okay.
I got like 400 of those. We baked those. He made an infused barbecue sauce.
Now, whenever you say infused, you mean with like cannabis?
Yeah. A queso, and what was the other one he made? He made barbecue, queso, and he made something else. I forget what it was. So we had that to dip in, and that was like heavily dosed. It was like a good bit, and then he made chicken and waffles for dinner.
Really?
So it was like
Holy
waffles
shit.
with some chicken on the bocce. With some like gravy, which was infused, and then he did desserts. We'd use Millie ice cream, and
my
and had
God.
2 weed cookies, ice cream sandwiches.
That's dope.
Yeah, so it's funny because like I called Chad. Like, I think it was we were doing my party on a Saturday. I called Chad on a Friday. I'm like, sorry, last minute, man. Like, he's like, I helped him and Jules paint their truck.
Yeah.
He's like, if you need something, let me know. I'm like, well, I need something. I'm like, I need some ice cream. He's like, yeah, cool, come by, get it.
Yeah.
So I sent my buddy over to go grab it. He gave us like 2 gallons of like Chad's vanilla
Dude, unreal.
on some fucking weed, like between 2 like edible cookies,
And that just like
chocolate on chocolate.
now they have a show on Netflix that it's like that now.
Yeah.
And I just started watching that, and it's like, does that fuck you up like crazy? Like after you ate all that, like were you like destroyed?
So we kind of learned from our lessons. We did it on a Saturday because last time we did it on a Thursday,
Yeah.
and like everybody was like useless at work on Friday.
Okay. Yeah.
So like last time, we did it on 420. My buddy had a party, or my buddy had a birthday for his girl.
Okay.
And he had the chef come and do it.
Okay.
So we had we had steak, We had like peppers. We had like all kind of like Duke cooked up some shit like
Jeez.
ceviche type stuff.
Oh,
Put it in
yeah.
the bags in hot water and then cook it. You know what I'm
Wow.
talking about?
Yeah. I know
Yeah.
exactly. I didn't know what it was until I started watching all these fucking cooking
Yeah.
shows. That's some
So-
crazy next level shit.
Yeah. So he got like a fucking fillet of fucking meat. Slab that shit down like inch and a half, each one. Rub it in rosemary and
Yeah.
like, put a little oil on it and some garlic. Put it in a bag, Ziploc that shit, and put it in the hot water. It's like 130 degrees.
Yeah.
And it just cooks it for like 2 hours. Like, and I think it cooks for an hour. It cooks it. Then you just pull it out of the bag and sear it for like 2 minutes. Like, get your pan hot.
Yeah.
Put it on it like tss, tss, and just sear it. It's like
Are you a cooker yourself?
I chef.
Yeah.
I
I mean,
chef.
you got a fucking hibachi grill outside.
I got a hibachi jacket that says Hibachi Bobby on it.
You got that?
Yes, I do.
Hibachi Bobby.
Yeah.
That's what this podcast is going to be. Podcast number 28 with Hibachi Bobby.
Hibachi Bobby. Yeah.
That's a fucking dope though. So you would have all that shit for your murder or your death row meal?
I probably have more than that. I like to eat. Like I said, probably some bone marrow, some other stuff like.
Yeah, that was interesting to me. The bone marrow.
Yeah, I like to eat.
I'm surprised that you like the bone marrow, but you don't like other things like oysters. Like
Yeah.
you tried an oyster?
I can eat like baked oysters, like ones like
Yeah.
they bake them like it's because it's really
Almost like a deep fried.
yeah.
or
It's
whatever.
usually like a squirt of lemon on it. Tastes like lemon. No,
Mhm.
it tastes like nothing.
Man.
I've had live oysters in like like in New Orleans,
Yeah,
and that was like I don't know. It wasn't.
they're not too bad. They're very weird though.
Yeah,
The
it tastes
texture
like
is weird.
you like shuck them. Tastes like some slime. It's cool.
Yeah, it
I mean,
tastes
if you
like a
drink enough,
hawker.
it tastes good. Yeah.
It's like the
Yeah.
consistency of a fucking hawker.
Yeah.
It's gross.
I had some at the Hustler Club
Oh yeah, that's what's up though.
in New Orleans. Pretty
I'm
good.
trying to go down there. I know people that are going to New Orleans now. I've never been there. My brother's been there and shit. I'm trying to go down there and get
Yeah.
some beignets
Yeah.
all day.
The grenades and stuff.
Yeah, all kinds of shit. Okay, and the last question that I ask everyone is, if you could talk to anyone, alive or dead, who would it be and why?
Like at the moment right now, or like whatever, or like just to talk to some like.
Don't think too far
like-
into it. If you were
Like to
able to
get
talk
insight from some shit, or just like talk
Anything,
to someone
dude.
I haven't seen in a while.
anything you want. If you want to talk to a friend that fucking passed away, if you want, like, I have people that fucking say they wanted to talk to I think about this all the time because like I ask all these people who they would talk to, and I get so many different answers. Like,
Yeah.
my one buddy said like talk to the Egyptians, just to, like something to see how shit became back then. But then like I think like I feel like my first choice would be my grandfather because like I would love to talk to him now that like I'm like an adult and we could have like a real conversation.
Yeah.
But like then I was thinking I just listened to an interview with Robin Williams the other day and I would fucking love to talk to him.
Robin Williams.
Yeah, dude. Robin Williams, fucking Richard Pryor. Like I
Yeah,
would love to
fuck yeah.
talk to any of those dudes because like they went through some shit. Like
Some shit. Fuck
and
yeah.
I mean like this is why I do these podcasts because like regardless of like no one knows who you are and like people will learn some shit. Like
Yeah.
it's interesting. It's
yeah.
interesting to learn about a regular person's life.
Yeah, hell
because
yeah.
they do cool shit anyway.
Yep.
And it's like if you're talking
Well,
to
it's the thing. Like most time, it's not like all like. Is it like for me? Like I don't really Instagram or Facebook. Like I do a
Yeah.
lot of cool shit, but like I don't really put shit out there like that.
yeah, and a
Like,
lot
for
of
me,
people
I'm
are
like-
like that.
Yeah, I'm less like I like doing my private like. But for me, I'm less like stuff I've done younger. I've always like known not to like post shit or like be like
Be out of
open
pocket with
yeah,
it and shit.
be open about shit. Like for me, like I do what I do, and like you know.
But like if you think about it, like I'm no one, and like I feel like I have an interesting life just because like
yeah.
of just like if you live for how many years you're alive, like you're gonna do some cool shit. So like
yeah, fuck yeah.
I just like over my experiences of everything, like I have like there's people I notice all the time that like I've always been interested in. Like for instance, like Matt, like as soon as I went to Streets, I was just super interested in him and like what he did because
Yeah.
like just like by his menu, by
Yeah.
like the environment in there, the paint cans on the taps,
Yep.
like I noticed those things, them fucking street lights
Yep.
that
I gave him a shoelace
I
idea.
know he shouted you out on the podcast. He shouted you out on the podcast.
He's like, I'm like, yo, just fucking go on Craigslist to look for streetlights.
You know what I mean though? But like
Oh no way! I'm
you
like,
go in there and you could tell that like that that dude really cares about like shit. And like I've obviously known you, and
he can cook his ass off. But that's the thing for us. Like I'm saying, like before, like we go to drift events, and like or like we take Chef Matt because like we go to drift events and it'd be like concession stand like garbage or nothing.
Ratchet ass shit.
And like we brought Chef Matt, and motherfuckers are lining up like like $2 hamburgers. And
dude,
fucking,
that free streets or whatever it was called, open streets. Whenever they just had that motherfucker was on the roof cooking a pig.
Yep,
a pig stuffed in a pig, and then he's just out there in the morning, just like hustling. And that was like the first time I like actually talked to him. But like he's the type of person you can just talk to and like it instantly feels like 100 with him. He's a good person. But
it's like I said, solid dude. Like he used to come in to Blasfome all the time, and like you go outside, smoke something, come back in, and just rap for like the next like hour or two, and just like rap about some shit like
and like
like we'd rather rap until someone came and like interrupted us with some other dumb shit or like or he had to go.
Yeah, and like now that we're all like older and shit like that, everyone, the older you get, the less time you have in your life, I feel, until you become like a senior citizen. But like no one has an excuse to like just go and link up with someone and just sit down and talk with them for 2 hours. You know what I mean? Like that's not
crazy.
like something common.
But,
and like
but
there's
for me, like I feel like I always think like I've always had like older people.
Yeah.
Like in my my circle.
Yeah.
Like one of my good friends now, he's about to be fucking 50.
Yeah.
He's like 48, 49. And like, I've partied with him since I was like 21. Like, he's the one that taught me, like, just walk in, like, this motherfucker, just do this shit.
Yeah.
And like, all right, here we go. Like, I'd like, what behind the ear still and be like, come with me. I'm like, okay, let's go.
Yeah, but like, that's what I'm saying.
But now it's like him's like he's been through some shit and he's like, has like kids and shit now. Like,
yeah, and it's so weird how
awesome.
like everything is happening. Mm-hmm. It's like, it's weird because like, I mean, I like you were like an authority figure to me whenever I was in middle school, and now years later I'm sitting on your fucking couch and we're having this talk.
Hell yeah.
And it's wild to think about. But
it wasn't really a authority figure, it's more of like a
dude, do you know what you're like? Did you know what you were like back then?
I got paid to do some stuff.
But like it's intense. It's very intense because like if you're in fucking middle school and shit like that, you're alwa's intimidated by older people.
Yeah.
Frank Fine and all them dudes, all those dudes, you knew that you watched them wrestle.
So it's like that's the kind of different about me because like me growing up, like a couple of my neighbors were like older than me, like 4 or 5 years older than me. So like. And like they were cool, so they had all the cool kids at their house.
Yeah.
So like whenever I got to like middle school and high school, like
you were already cool.
Yeah. So like whenever I was a like freshman, like I knew all the seniors.
Yeah.
They're like, don't fuck with this motherfucker.
I know.
Like that's how my shit went down. Like
that's
like,
dope though.
You know. So like I got like I just always knew older people and like the cool thing is like I always like I knew older and like younger people too. So like I knew like.
That was a benefit of having a brother that was like 6 years older than me.
Yeah.
Like he put me on to shit, and that's what I say to everyone. Like all they are is just like filters.
Yeah,
they filter out all the trash, and they just put you onto the dope ass shit.
Yep. So pretty much, like I was the only child, but like my neighbor was, it was him and 2 sisters.
Yeah.
So like I was like his brother. Like we lived next door, and like
and you were just always around. And
but I was the dude. Like I was like always a little kid, so. They'd be like, all right, do this shit, like jump us on a bike.
Oh yeah.
And like he fucking taught me how to ride like a motorcycle and shit. Like me and him like wheelie through his front yard first time he taught me. I was like so he taught me how to take my training wheels off and ride my pedal bike. And then at like age like 6, he's like, all right, we're gonna ride this like CR80. Here, I'll be behind you, just get on. And he's like, I'm 8, he's 12, 13.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Man.
And I'm like, brat.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, give a little bit of gas.
Yeah,
like
whiskey throttle.
Yeah. And I'm like, yes, 6 years old, rap, dump.
Just flip out from under you.
So like, he definitely taught me a lot of shit. And he was also like, but he was also in sports too. So like, he was also like he also knew like the cool kids of that. He's
absolutely. That's dope though. Yeah. Well, I know you said you don't have social media, but like, I mean, like, I always tell people they can plug whatever they want. So plug whatever you want right now.
I'll plug everybody. I'll plug fucking Call You Right Back.
Okay.
This is my dude.
I appreciate that.
Fucking, everybody I fuck with. I don't know, Blasphemy.
Streets on Carson.
All these people. Yeah,
All good people.
Court. It's my dude Sean.
Now, what about people if they want to see like your shit? What's your fucking Instagram?
At the real Bobby Buckets.
It's and it's
the
like
real.
Me myself. I post quantity over quality. You yourself is the other way. You post quality. So you got a good shot.
Well, for me, I'm always like I don't know, like my era growing up, and I was never like a big like Facebook or MySpace thing. So like,
and I get that.
So like for me, like I always forget to post. Like I have a lot of cool pictures. I'm like I should post this, and I'm like and just don't post it.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, I'm something like
I don't know, dude. The way I think about it, I post way too much, but I just think about like fuck, like it's just like a timeline. Like
but that's not a bad thing for me. I'm just like
yeah, it's just not something that's in your mind right away. All right, well, I appreciate you doing this.
Yeah, I fucking talk all night, so I'm good. It was a good time. I had a good time.
It is a good time. Now, was it anything you expected it to be?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I mean, yeah, I had a good time.
Okay.
So I've been on a couple other ones before.
People think that it's way more than it is. People get nervous about it and shit. It's just regular talk.
We did that one for that one dude at the
Epicast.
Epicast, yeah.
Yeah.
Ask him. He remembers Bobby Buckets. Because me and him drank like a bottle of Jameson at...
Buzzy?
No, Gio.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I know who you're talking about. I know who you're talking about now. That was the dude that I was talking about who did that.
Yeah. Me and him drank like a full bottle of... I think we drank Jameson that night. Like a full bottle. And like, so the first part of like the podcast was like cool. And the second part we had to fucking totally redo because both of us were like, blah, 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 like talking to the mic. Like,
I mean, you definitely have that.
Shot Jameson? Cool, let's do it.
And then you can just hear it progressively getting more fucked up.
Oh, yeah. Like, for real, like the second half we had to re-record. Like, we had to go into like, not controversy, we had to go in like another, like his office up there, re-record that shit. Because it was but like it was good. Like there was like entertainers dancing around.
Yeah, entertainers.
Shit, yeah. We brought down some like blasphemy like thongs and stuff. We were giving them out. So it was funny as hell. Like
that is funny.
Yeah.
All right, dude. Well, I appreciate it.
I definitely appreciate it. It was fun.
It was fun. You'll definitely be back once I run through all these people that I've planned. Like
you should bring Tommy G here, and we should go on deck too and hang out.
Absolutely, we'll do that. 100%. Tom is going to be on here regardless whether he wants to or not. Tom, the master plumber.
Tommy G.
The master plumber, the golfer enthusiast.
Yeah, I seen him golfing here down the other day.
Yeah, me and him are out there fucking all the time getting it. All right, everyone, I appreciate everyone listening as usual. Follow me on social media at I'll Call You Right Back on Instagram, at ICYRB Podcast on Twitter. I'll Call You Right Back on Facebook. Email me at I'll Call You Right Back at Gmail, whatever. Anything is I'll Call You Right Back. Email me, tell me who you want on here, who you don't want on here, who you like. Tell me what you don't like. Yeah, who you don't like. Call me a piece of shit. Anything you want. I appreciate everyone listening. I'll call you right back.